There's some. What's up, Wolfstar? Overleveled Glysaur, Blazing Blaziken Lover. Welcome to the stream, guys. Give me a second. I got a few things I have to set up at the beginning here. Kareem, welcome back to the stream. Nick, welcome back. Alright, guys, I gotta get my counter set up here, and then we should be good to go. Check. Alright, we should be good. Michael, welcome back to the stream. Just played Platinum and beat the first gym leader. Nice. Nice. I think I'm through the 3rd or 4th. I forget. It's been like a month since I played. I'm super hyped for the night, guys. I don't know about you. I'm really hoping we can get this shiny right here on this stream. Okay, bye. Sorry, guys. I'm back. I had to mute my mic for a second. Reaction to shiny Treecko will be so hype. Like, I'm not even sure exactly how I'll react to it, just because... Like I said, I've never caught a shiny in this game before, and this will be the first shiny I caught on stream as well. So it'll just be, like, amazing when we get it. Have I tried waiting a little? Like, you mean the, like, timing-wise for opening the bag? I have done it a little bit, but, like, I can't wait consistently. And I don't want to sit here and wait every soft reset, then it goes slower. And that's why I'm doing the, save resets every 50. Is it kind of, it changes up the timing without me having to really change up my timing. Gyarados, yeah, I'd say Gyarados as well. Welcome back to the stream, Andrea. Shiny? Yeah, I hope we get the shiny. How do I know your name? You're from Poland? Well, because it looks like Michael, and it's close to how we'd smell Michael here, so... I just kind of pronounced it how I would pronounce, like, the American version, and I guess it's close. Crazy Rayquaza, what's up? Welcome to the stream. What if I get it in the first 20 minutes of the stream? That would be kind of awesome, and I definitely wouldn't... Oh, excuse me. I wouldn't end the stream... Oh, man, I don't know what's... I wouldn't end the stream immediately. What I would do is, I have a copy of Leaf Green, and I would start hunting for a Kanto starter in that. If we, like, finish somewhere in the last hour of the stream, it might be different. Depends on how I feel. You know, if I'm a little bit tired or something, or if... I've actually been having power issues today. Like, there was a storm that came through, and our power's been flickering for the past, like, hour or two. So, depending on how that goes, it seems like it's okay now. But if the stream starts cutting out, that'll change how I feel about it. But if we get it in, like, the first 20 minutes, I'm definitely going to be getting out my copy of Leaf Green and hunting for a Charmander in that. You're using King as your water type. You're playing... Nice, Nick. Nice. You're playing Ruby and can't beat Watson. Well, good luck with that, Rayquaza. Just level up Pokemon. Make sure you have something that's not, you know, weak to them. Get something ground. What's new for today? Not much, not much. I just went to work today. That was pretty much all I did today. Yesterday I tried working on my car some, but the weather was not being nice. So yeah, I did see the new Spider-Man movie, and I thought it was pretty awesome. So that's been new since last stream. 3062 is going to be shiny. We will see. We'll see, guys. And yeah, for as far as the guesses go and everything, I'm actually thinking about setting up some little kind of program that keeps track of what people say, so like we can actually remember it. You know, if someone says a number and then, you know, that number's 100 off and it actually happens, I'm a very forgetful person, and I might just not remember someone said it. Or I might have multiple people saying, no, I said it. So I'm going to try to figure out something that like actually kind of keeps track of that. I think it'd be pretty cool. Yeah, Glacier, if the chat's giving you suggestions on that stuff, listen to them, because I'm the kind of guy that just brute forces through with over-leveled Pokemon and does not care about any stats, whatever, when I'm playing the story. Chocolate Man, welcome to the stream. You're guessing 400,000. Alright, Sans, we will see. You're playing Soul Silver and can't beat Lance. Alright, good luck. Good luck, Blazing Blaziken. I believe in you. Why don't I use a cheat code? Well, there really isn't a cheat code for getting a shiny if you're playing on a legitimate cartridge like I am, and I don't have a Game Shark or anything, and that kind of ruined the fun of it for me. Like, part of the fun's actually legitimately catching the shiny. 3152, alright, that's your guess? We'll see. We should get to, like, about 3,300, 3,350, something like that today. If I keep going at the pace I am, which is just over 300 encounters per stream. Sorry about that, guys. What are the number guesses? People are... Alright, so Chocolate Man, people are guessing what number, like, what encounter number will get the shiny on. And so far, what I've been saying is, like, if someone can guess it, and they guess it, like, within the stream, essentially, because, you know, if you say some number that's ridiculously high, all of us are going to forget it. But if you say a number, like, an exact number, and you're still in chat when we get it, you get to name the shiny. Like, you get to name the Pokemon. So, let's say it popped up on this encounter right here. If someone had guessed 3042, and this one was shiny, they would get to name the Pokemon. Otherwise, the default name that I decided a while ago with a couple people who are on the stream was, it will be named Corndog if no one guesses. That's the default name. Eric, welcome to the stream. So yeah, for anyone who's wondering what people guessing all the numbers in the chat are for, it's for what number encounter we will get the shiny on. Like I said earlier, I want to kind of get an actual system set up for that, so it's more than just people saying numbers and hopefully us remembering them when we get it. Hashtag shiny Treecko? Yeah. I'm hoping we can get it, get some shiny Treecko hype. As soon as I get it, I'm going to be able to start my shiny badge quest in Emerald, and because it's Emerald, getting the shiny actually makes shiny hunting a lot easier throughout the rest of the game. You bet it's over 9,000? There is a really good chance. Chocolate Man 900, thank you for the sub. There is a good chance it'll actually be over that, because the odds are 1 in 8,192, but I've seen people like take legitimate streams in Sapphire and Ruby and stuff up to the tens of thousands. Like Candy Eevee didn't get her Treecko until like 40,000, which was insane. Then there are also people who get it instantly. You're hatching Magikarp eggs to get a shiny because you felt guilty for giving up the Lake of Rage Gyarados for experience share. Alright, I mean, I really actually like Magikarp shiny on its own. Like, that goldfish is great. Yeah, good thing that if the shiny's in the middle stream, I won't immediately end. Yeah, Andrea, that, like, if it's near the end, like, within the last 45 minutes or so, I might just end the stream there, because it would take longer to get everything set up, change the name of the stream, the description, make sure all the, like, images, because I have to move, like, I have to put a Charmander in the, you know, currently hunting, and I have to put the Treecko in previously hunting. And, like, there's a lot of work when I switch it, and it'll probably take, like, 10 to 15 minutes. So if we get really close to the end of the stream, God Plays, thank you for the sub. Yeah, so if we get close to the end of the stream, and it's been, like, a full stream, I'll probably call it. But if we get it, like, right now or something, then I will definitely keep going. You have a Tapu Koko shiny. Nice, Vincent. I actually got one as well, because that event is going on right now. So for anyone who doesn't know, mystery gift right now in Sun and Moon, you can get the shiny Tapu Koko if you're in North America or Europe. It already released in Japan a while ago, and we're finally getting it over here. I missed you. In before shiny Zigzagoon. Yeah, Morphine. Well, like I said, hopefully Emerald's messed up in a way that shiny Zigzagoon is not the worst thing that can happen. Yeah, because Emerald's RNG is messed up. I've explained it a bunch of times, but I can do it again. Yeah, so the RNG's messed up, so if I get a shiny Zigzagoon, it actually means, like, I have a shiny frame right at the beginning of the game, unless I have to change my, like, timing, and probably slow down my timing a little bit to get a shiny Treecko. So, guys, I'm trying to reach chat as well. Breeding for shiny rock and roll and moon while watching. All right, good luck, Morphine. I actually tried hunting for one, but it has sturdy, which was so annoying because I didn't have any moves that would hit it multiple times, and it just got frustrating, so I ended up stopping. Thank you for good luck. Thank you, Chocolate Man. Thank you. Candy Eevee's 4,000. I thought it was 40,000, not 4,000, which 4,000 is not bad. That's beating the odds. But she got in like 40,000, which is like 5 times the odds, essentially. Yeah, the odds are 1 in 8,192, so it's not bad. Like, if we get it, you know, anytime in the next, like, basically month of streaming, or next 5,000 encounters, it won't be too bad. With sturdy, you could use Lunala. Yeah, I know there are ways around it. I wasn't prepared for it when I started. Like, I tend to make the mistake of going into a lot of my shiny hunts without doing research first. And so I end up doing hunts where it's like, oh, they can status affect me, or oh, they know moves that confuse themselves, and all these types of things. And it's kind of fun learning on the fly, but at the same time, you know, when a Pokemon is sturdy, or if it's like a Miltank with Scrappy, and it's like, oh, it's suddenly actually hurting my Decidueye, then it's kind of like, I like wish I had looked into it. So yeah, I have a strategy for going back at Roggenrola, but it won't be for a while. Moonguy's Beam negates sturdy. Yeah, I have heard. Yeah, I've seen that. So like, I have a Lunala, and I could use that. In fact, I actually had a Smeargle that knew Moonguy's Beam for a while, but I swapped it out for Aerial Ace because I needed something to negate Sand Attack, essentially. Try this, but you're lazy. It definitely takes a certain kind of, like, patience to do it. Because at first, like, I would never have thought about even doing a hunt for something that's 1 in 8,000, like, full pre-Gen 6 odds. But I've kind of worked up to the point that I feel confident that I won't, like, lose hope at any point, since, I've done, like, 93 successful hunts in Sun and Moon. So I have, like, the patience, I know, it's just a matter of getting a reward somewhere in the middle. Yeah, but I understand when people like don't want to actually go for it, and there are people who always say like, "Oh, I did like 80 resets or something, and then I got discouraged and gave up." And I understand that. That's all I was at first. I tried breeding for a shiny Rowlet, and like I literally got maybe 40 in, and was like, "Wow, I should have gotten it by now, shouldn't I?" And it was, yeah. Chocolate Man, if we could keep the emoji spam to a minimum in the chat, I'm okay with it some. Especially if it's relevant, but just random stuff, not as fond of. This is okay, but yeah, just in the future. Have I ever tried Masuda Method? I have tried Masuda Method. That's actually how I bred for my successful hunt for all the starters in Gen 7, as well as things like Wimpod and Minior. I kind of have a hunt on the side going for Cranidos right now, but I kind of stopped that one to do more SOS training type hunts. Do I care about natures? I really don't, Nick. I'm not a big competitive player. I'm more of a collector. So for me, anything that like I should have thought about strategically, I can just solve for with over-leveling the Pokemon. Because it's not like I'm going to play competitively and have it level capped to 50 or anything. Spent 8 hours non-stop chaining for shiny Bonsweet and 720 eggs for out. I feel you, Morphine. I have... Oh, I didn't spend them non-stop, but my Yungoos hunt, one of my Yungoos hunts, the one that went up to 1,600 encounters, it took me... I just realized I haven't reset the game, guys. I thought about it, and I haven't, so I need to do that real quick. Yeah, my bad there. But, yeah. So that hunt ended up taking me, I think, 20-something in-game hours, which was insane. I think a lot of it was, I think I started spacing out and not hunting during it, but still, like, 20 hours of in-game time for a hunt was ridiculous. The Furcorn Clan, welcome back to the stream. You beat the Elite Four underleveled using 40s and Fire Red. Yeah, Nick, like, you can do that if you know what you're doing. But I'm like, strategy games aren't my biggest strong suit. So really when I start to think about trying to plan things out, it's a lot. It feels like more work for me than it really should be. And that's obviously something that other people think that shiny hunting is way more work than it should be. And I'm okay with shiny hunting. So yeah, like competitive play is not really my thing, but I love collecting the Pokemon. So that's what I do. And a lot of times I feel like it's easier just to run around in grass or fight trainers and stuff and just raise up a team that's, you know, levels, 75 going into the Elite Four and just tank it, basically. You reset a Mega Ruby and start hunting for shiny hunting for your Mudkip. Alright, good luck with that. Good luck. Hopefully you get yours before I do here. I'm approaching, like, where your odds are, because your odds are half of mine. Or... half is unlikely, twice as good for you, because you're hunting for something that's 1 in 4,096, which is because Game Freak halved the odds in Gen 6, or doubled the odds. I keep mixing that up. You had a shiny Magikarp, but it had hardy nature, so you released it. Why would you just keep it, Paul? At that point, like, it's a shiny. Even if it's not, like, useful for anything, it's still a shiny. Ronaldo, welcome back to the stream. I do remember you. What's my favorite shiny? So my favorite shiny is shiny Milotic. I really like Milotic just as a Pokemon in general. And then I love the like blue and gold on it when it's shiny, and it just makes it so much better. So like Milotic's not my favorite Pokemon, but it is my favorite shiny Pokemon. Everybody like, and maybe we'll get shiny Treecko sooner. Maybe, Kareem. Maybe. What's my favorite Pokemon? Blaze, my favorite Pokemon is Rowlet. Like, I know that might just seem kind of like something that, oh, Rowlet's popular, of course it's, but as soon as I saw all the stuff for Sun and Moon coming out, all the original promo stuff, I knew I was picking Rowlet, because like, I saw all this fan art for it, and like, crossing it over with Love Live, which I really like. And, so I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to choose Rowlet, and I chose Rowlet, and it was the first time I'd really messed with, like, the refresh system type stuff. Like, I didn't really use a Mii in Gen 6. So, to me, it was like, oh, this is really cool. And, like, I started to bond with Rowlet. And at some point, it just became Rowlet was my favorite Pokemon. Milotic is real good? Yeah. Emmanuel, welcome to the stream. think half of your top 10 favorite mons come from Gen 3. I get that. I feel like I'm pretty close to the same way, and it's just because Gen 3 was my first set of games. I played Fire Red first, but, you know, even those are still just the original Pokemon, essentially. And so when I played Gen 3, it was like the first time seeing all these Pokemon I hadn't seen before. And so that just kind of holds like a nostalgia for me of like, oh man, all these are the really cool Pokemon. All the ones after it are just like the weird ones they added to the new games. So like the newest Pokemon that feel original to me. And I get where you're coming from with most of them are from Gen 3. I'm probably the same way. I do remember who Elias plays. Welcome back to the stream. Love live, you weeb, very weeb. Who's the better dragon type, Salamence or Flygon? I don't know from a competitive standpoint, but I prefer Salamence. Emerald was your first video game of all time? Nice! I think my first video game was like Midtown Madness for the PC, because my dad used to have a like racing setup for our computer when I was like in kindergarten. What was my longest shiny hunt? So Blaze, not counting this one, my longest shiny hunt was for was an SOS chain for a Yungoos in Sun, and that took over 1,600 encounters and like 20 to 24 hours of in-game time, and that took place over like a week. Last stream when they were talking about starters, Gen 3 starters, everyone was yelling Mudkip. Everyone was yelling Mudkip. There was almost a complete overthrow of the stream. Everyone in a shiny Treecko stream is sitting here chanting for Mudkip. Alright, see you later, Morphine. And you agree. Yeah, you did agree last time as well. Part of the mutiny. Right there. First one of ORS, you had a Flygon, and it was OP, level 90, level 70 heart. Nice, Blazing Blaze again. I'll admit, I still haven't actually finished my copy of Y. I think I passed, like, the second gym. And the problem is, I bought Y after I played Alpha Sapphire, so it didn't quite feel as polished, and so I kind of put it down. And I picked it up again after I started Sun and had done some shiny hunting for a bit. And I was like, I need a break, and I started playing Y, and I got the itch to shiny hunt again, and I haven't gone back to it yet. But I really need to, because I actually want to do a lot of hunting in Gen 6, because in Gen 6 you can basically shiny hunt for a national dex, aside from shiny locked Pokemon, like in those 4 games. So I was like, oh, I want to do that. But that requires beating all 4 games, essentially. Right now you're hunting for Groudon Ruby, alright! That's a fun one. I definitely want to hunt for all the legendaries once I get through the story. You're over at least 500 soft resets. You know, that's actually not, like, really bad yet. Like, I know it feels awful, or, like, at least it feels like it's been forever, and I agree, I get how that feels. I mean, look at my count. You know, that 500 took over 4 or 5 hours in the first place. But, yeah, so I get how it feels, and it can be, like, it can feel really grueling, but it'll be so satisfying when you get it, if you're getting it in the original Ruby, because... I mean, you have to, because it's shiny locked in the Omega Ruby. But like, it'll feel so satisfying getting it, just knowing that you got a shiny in Gen 3. Treecko's good, you picked this in ORS as your starter. Same. Mainly because I picked it in the original Emerald when I played, but yeah. Think Sceptile is stronger? Yeah, I'm not actually sure, you know, competitively. Again, that's not my strong suit. But for me, it was just the fact that I just remember horrible, like, flashbacks of when I was a little kid playing through Sapphire and Emerald and having Mudkip and May just wrecking me on 2 or 3 of the rival battles. Just because, you know, her Grovyle was ridiculously strong compared to my, like, Swampert or Marsh Stomp I had at the time. You're waiting for that Bumblebee Groudon to come up. I hope you get it soon, Blaze. Good luck. Good luck to you. Yeah, Meme Kip would be wrecked by the Treecko family. Yeah, that's the only reason why I didn't choose Mudkip. Was just that one type of effectiveness. I know that, like, almost everywhere else it's basically invulnerable, but I don't know. I feel like I know I can build a team around it, but I always end up over-leveling my starter and relying on it more heavily than I should. And then I, you know, get destroyed in a rival battle. It'll be 4,000. Alright, Sans, we will see. That one will be a few streams off, though, still. Probably, you know, next week sometime. You think it'll be 31-21? We'll see, Lysol, we'll see. And Sapphire had a level 60 Blaziken in the rest of Pokemon. Yeah, see, that's what I always end up doing. Or what I always used to end up doing. Was, you know, just... My starter was out front, or I was training things and I'd switch to my starter, which was already over-leveled, so it could handle, you know, swap training. And it just kind of eventually gets away from you, and you have this really over-leveled starter, because you're on a route that's, you know, super long between two towns, there's no Pokemon Center, so you just say screw it and throw out your like, over-leveled starter, and it just gets even more over-leveled. That's what always happened to me until I started playing super grindy, you know, going the exact opposite way, and like walking through every single patch of grass, you know, finding the highest like leveled Pokemon in the wild, and then raising all my Pokemon to be like double that level. And then I'd burn myself out by the 6th gym and put the game down. Like, that's always what ended up happening with me until eventually I just like started leveling my Pokemon up, you know, like grinding for the first half of the game, accepting that and as soon as I got bored, just like rushing through the game until I needed to level again. And that's how I've played Pokemon since, because I'm not a big, you know, like I said, I'm not a very big competitive person, and team strategy doesn't matter as much to me. Is like, well, I can throw these Pokemon on and level them up and like complete my decks by the end of the game faster. You'd probably use your Slack off to beat Grovyle and May Secondary. Yeah, see, I don't plan that far ahead, and that's on me. Like, I'm always like, oh, I don't need to. It's like I just run through the grass, and then I like hear the like, you know, battle theme, and I stop, and I was like, oh no. It always would happen to me too, where it's like or like even once I stopped doing the just bum rushing and I started grinding, what would always end up happening, and it happened like the first 2 times I started playing. When I first got my 3DS, I started playing back through Pearl, and when I started playing through like Emerald again at one point, I'd have the team and it'd be super like tanky, and then I'd swap out 4 of the Pokemon to like start leveling up some Pokemon I caught in the wild, and they were like 30 levels below my Pokemon. And I'd walk 1 step forward from where I'd been like hunting, and it would start a rival battle, and I'd just be like, crap. Yeah, we have experience shares now. Well, those weren't a thing, or at least as much in, like, this game. Because I'm talking, like, original games when I'm talking this. I know experience share was a thing, but it wasn't as OP as it is now. But they expect you to have it pretty much now. So the game's built around, where if you turn off experience share, you pretty much are screwed. Like, you have to grind, and the game's basically instantly on hard mode. Nowadays, at least, like, I don't know how X and Y was, but I know Oras and Sun and Moon were both kind of like... The challenge mode was just turning off experience share, because the game was expecting you not to flip it off once they automatically turned it on. What YouTuber would I like to play with in Pokemon? I don't really know. The only, like, Poketuber or, like, YouTuber that plays Pokemon regularly that I follow closely is Random Tens. And he's the reason I got into live streaming pretty much, is like, just because, you know, I wanted something to watch while I was shiny hunting, and YouTube recommended one of his streams, so I started watching, I was like, oh, he's pretty cool. And I've been watching, like, almost since the beginning of his shiny hunting streams now. So I mean, if I could play with someone, he's pretty much, honestly, him. Partially because like I really enjoy watching his stuff, and partially because he's like the only one I can even think of. Which isn't saying anything against him. It'd still be great. It's just I don't really know many other ones. What do you think is gonna happen first? You have 50-50 chance of getting a shiny Zigzagoon or Treecko? I don't know. Like it's 50-50. It's pure chance which one happens first. If I had to say one, I might actually say Zigzagoon, just because, you know, basically as soon as you open the bag, the starters are decided. Like right now, Treecko's been set, but no, if I sit here and I sit here occasionally, it changes the odds of it changes when Zigzagoon pops out. So with Emerald being really timing based, Zigzagoon's more random than Treecko is as it stands. So it might end up being where Zigzagoon's the one that's like basically checking for more shiny frames every time, if you think about it that way. Treecko might be hitting the same 4 or 5. Kumala 200, thank you for the sub. But Treecko might be hitting like the same 4 or 5, while Zigzagoon's hitting like 15, just with a variation. So I think Zigzagoon actually has a little bit better of a chance of popping out first. Game Master Matt, welcome back to the stream. Host of All Augusto, welcome back. Hard mode would probably just be Nuzlocke. Well, yeah, Nuzlocks are basically like Nuzlocke. They're their own. They're their own beast, really. And they're definitely like they pretty much are one of the hardest ways to play Pokemon. It's just experience share is like the way to make the game challenging in a campaign without being like Nuzlocke level stressful. Because you know, a fainting Pokemon just turning off experience share is not bad. But it's harder to stay at the same level. You're basically constantly under-leveled if you don't grind all the time and you turn off experience share. Alright, see you later, Furcon Clan. Thanks for tuning into the stream. God Plays, what's my favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon is Rowlet. Like, I've said in the stream before, it's like, you know, as soon as there's the promotional stuff, I fell in love and was like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, choose this as my starter. And then I used it as my starter and fell in love with it more, and it just instantly became my favorite. Alright, see you later, Blazing Blaziken. Thanks for tuning in. What's my favorite legendary? That was a tough one, actually. I'm gonna say Rayquaza, just because, you know, Gen 3 is my first like set of games, so they were the first legendaries I caught, and you know, I had seen like the legendary birds in Fire Red, Leaf Green because I played those, but they weren't like integral to the story, which I thought was really cool with the ones in Gen 3. So for me, like, you know, Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza, they were all like, whoa, you know, these Pokemon are really awesome, and you get to see them more than just, you know, hunting for them and knowing that they're special because they had, like, a different type of encounter, essentially. Okay, so you didn't, like, release them, you just kind of kept them, and you weren't allowed to use them for the rest of the game. Okay, you know, I would almost think I'd do something like that, but I feel like part of the idea of a Nuzlocke is, you know, there's emotion to a Pokemon fainting or like dying, essentially, with how a Nuzlocke tries to make it, which is you know, sorry, my nose is itchy. But yeah, like, I get that. I wouldn't want to give up my Pokemon either. Like, especially if I was just like, oh, I'll do a Nuzlocke, you know, on like a game I was like intending to play mildly seriously, or like if I did a Nuzlocke as my first playthrough, which would kind of be dumb, it'd be like, okay, so I just, you know, dump the Pokemon on the PC and don't touch them again. That's probably how I'd end up doing it, honestly. Your Marshtomp died. Oh no! At least you had other stuff. You know, it sucks when like you just completely lose a Nuzlocke because everything faints all at once. Edison Lopez, welcome to the stream. Imagine slacking plus roleplay. So here's like the thing. I don't know like how. From what it sounds like, it's good, but I don't know why it's good because I don't know like what moves are like great with what Pokemon because of these different reasons. I also can't even think of what roleplay does as a move. To be honest here, because I'm a shiny hunter more than anything. So my strategy during like playthroughs is overlevel and only keep the highest like damaging moves basically. So feel free to like explain it, because crap, I didn't hit A. But yeah, feel free to explain it. Like I'd love to know. I'd love to learn. Hey Mamba, why is it restarting? So I'm trying to get a shiny, is what I'm doing here. So I'm soft resetting the game every time I see the Treecko, hoping that one time it'll pop up as a shiny Pokemon. Just join, don't know what's going on. It's cool. Yeah, so what I'm doing here is I'm shiny hunting, and basically, you can encounter a shiny Pokemon, which is a different color from normal Pokemon, and there's a 1 in 8,000 chance of that happening. So I'm just constantly, restarting the game right here to try to get Treecko to pop up as a shiny. Slacking is truant, which makes it not attack every other turn. Yeah, I knew that part. And roleplay copied opponent's abilities, so slacking gets rid. Okay. That is actually really nice. As soon as you explain it that much, that is really nice. Josiah, welcome to the stream, but just so you know, I try to keep the chat PG, that's why I removed the message. Didn't know starter could be shiny. It can! Yeah, every Pokemon, as asterisks on some of the ones in newer generations, almost every Pokemon can be shiny. They shiny locked some of the legendaries in the newer games, but yeah, starters are basically just a regular Pokemon encounter and can be shiny. Yeah, I knew Slacking had like ridiculously good attack, and the way they basically nerf it is by making it where he doesn't attack every turn. So yeah, letting him just roll with it every single turn would kind of be OP. Don't I have to play the game from the beginning? Do you mean, like, Mark, do you mean, like, from the start every time I'm renaming myself? I don't have to do that. Basically, the Treecko is created when I open the bag. So it's random every time I open the bag, with an exception of Emerald having messed up RNG, which I take care of with completely resetting the game like I think you're asking every 50. Every 50 encounters. Next time I get it, I hope so, Manu. I hope so. But Slacking can't learn roleplay. Yeah, I figure Game Freak would fix things like that. Like, they should know their game well enough to kind of, like, break stuff up like that from happening. Alright guys, we're coming up on 3,100 here, and like I've been doing, I'm gonna, once we hit that, I'm going to reset the save again, like I've been doing every 50. And just so you know, for anyone who's new here, there's a link in the description for a Discord down below. If like you enjoy chatting throughout this stream and you want to keep doing so afterwards, I made a Discord. The server link is in the description below. It's an invite that's open to anyone, and it's just for people who want to talk outside of these streams as well. So feel free to join if you want. What state do I live in, Nick? I'm not gonna get that. The closest I've like been saying is I live on the east coast of the U.S. Like, I hope you understand. I just try to keep like that kind of information more private. Welcome back, Blazing Blaziken. Menu Bodker, thank you for the sub. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I'm really bad with names. Alright guys, so this is the last encounter I'm going to do before I reset the game again. And if either of the Pokemon end up being shiny on this one, obviously if it's Treecko, I'm not going to reset again. And if it's Zigzagoon, it means I have a shiny frame, and I'll just kind of keep resetting from here without doing it. Hope I don't get a shiny Zigzagoon. Yeah, Mark, it's actually not that bad of a thing to have happen in Emerald, because unlike all the other games, Emerald has really messed up RNG, and it's why I'm about to do what I'm about to do. Where normally when you soft reset, the seed that's used for the RNG engine resets. But in Emerald, or like it becomes random again, essentially. But in Emerald, it resets the same number every time you soft reset. Edison Lopez, thank you for the sub. Yeah, so like when you soft reset, normally it's completely, like all the random stuff continues to be completely random. But in Emerald, every time you reset, it starts over. So that means that like everything from the nature of the Pokemon, the basic like every random thing in the game, nature of the Pokemon, and especially like if they're shiny or not, just resets back to the same timing every time. So if I get a shiny Zigzagoon, it means that I have a shiny frame, and I have a time that a Pokemon will be shiny really early in my game. So I just keep resetting, and I just have to try to get the Treecko spawning to happen when the Zigzagoon spawned. That way, it becomes shiny. So if I get a shiny Zigzagoon, it's not as bad as it would be in like Ruby or Sapphire, which would be the end of it, pretty much. But it's also why I have to reset the game like this, because it builds... That number I mentioned is always the same. But it uses that number and your trainer ID to determine these things. So I have to change my trainer ID by resetting the game. It's Danish, so you're used to people saying wrong. Alright, I'm really bad with names even when they're like English, so yeah. TNTG, welcome back to the stream. If the internal battery is run dry in your Ruby, what does it affect? You already know Shoal Cave, but what else? I think it's things like Shoal Cave. It's not that big of a deal for the most part. You can pretty much do everything in the game without it. It's just, you know, it warns you every time you boot the game. However, it's not that hard to replace. I had to replace it in my Emerald, and I didn't do it the most, like, proper way, but it worked. Basically, I went to the store, bought a new battery, and I taped the edges like the old ones kind of heat shrunk so it doesn't short. And I ripped the old battery out, like literally pried it off of the soldered pins, stuck the new battery in, and just screwed the case shut, and it holds it tight. So it's not great, but it works, and it's not that bad to replace. It's like $5 for a new battery. Always learn something new. Yeah, I didn't know about that one for a while. Thankfully, I learned about it before I started this stream. But yeah, I like looked up Emerald shiny hunting, and people were talking about, you know, what you need to know when you shiny hunt an Emerald. And I was like, oh, hey, that's interesting. But yeah, it makes for a harder, like, hunt for a starter like this, but it makes it easier for shiny badge quests. Because as soon as I get a shiny, I know I can get a shiny really early in the game, and I'm not just blindly searching for one, basically. It means you can force shiny new appears. Yeah, that is true. Embrace. Roman, welcome back to the stream. You're going on a road trip tomorrow. Nice, nice. I hope you have fun. We didn't do the prop, was a nice way to put it. Yeah, Queen of the Castle helped me replace it. And like the battery stock is soldered on in 2 places on each side of 2 different tabs. And I literally just took a tiny screwdriver and like pried the soldering off, like the welds off, and just taped the battery in basically. Oh, no berries. Yeah, that's right. Treecko shiny? I hope so. I really want to get it shiny. Hopefully I get it soon in the Humega play. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I'll find shiny Treecko at 4,500. We'll see, Cricket. That one's a good win off. We're getting through about 300 a stream, and so far we've gotten through 75. But I hope we can get it soon. If we get it in 4,500, that'd actually be really nice still, because the odds are 1 in 8,000. Once I get the shiny, what am I going to do? So, the plan for immediately is if, like, I get the shiny early in the stream, like, within the first 2 hours, basically, I'm going to switch over to a copy of Leaf Green and start hunting for a shiny Charmander. But it's, like, long-term plans. After I get the shiny, I'm going to keep doing shiny hunts in Emerald alongside, like, a shiny badge quest, which is basically playing the whole game with shinies. Dark Soul Galian, thank you for the sub! But, yeah, so, and what I'll do then is I'll, like, pre-record and do a Let's Play type deal with all the story stuff, like fighting May, fighting gyms. But I basically have to get a shiny before each of those battles. This counts as the one before May the first time. But before the next gym, I'll have to get another shiny. And so I'm going to be doing a bunch of shiny hunts to go along with that, and I'm going to stream all of those. So hopefully we can have some fun with that. I did save, right? Yeah, I saved. We're good here. How long have I been hunting this? I've been hunting 3 times a week for 3 hours each stream for, I think, like 12 streams now. Like, I think this may be the 12th stream. 11th or 12th stream, so it's been going for about a month, as well as, if you want to count it by hours, about 36. Look for more, just keep going with the game. See, it's kind of a mixture of both, Fernando. That's kind of what I was explaining, is a shiny badge quest is basically a playthrough of the game where you only catch shinies. Fernando Galen Ochoa, thank you for the sub. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Yeah, so I'm going to keep going with shiny hunting for sure afterwards, and hopefully I can do some playthroughs with it as well. And I really, even if I don't end up doing the shiny badge quest, I will be shiny hunting for the legendaries, because I can't get those in Oras as shiny, so this is the only game I can get all 3 of those in, because they're shiny locked in the new games. Oh no, you get car sick, but you still want to watch the stream. A true dedicated fan right there, Blaze. Hello from Brazil. Welcome, Chris. I think I've seen you in the streams before, so welcome back. Azareth, welcome back to the stream. Gosh, how much I've been, like, I know I've missed a couple of my, like, cues to reset the game. I'm so worried I'm just going to be talking and rambling on and accidentally reset over the shiny. It's a 1-hour drive to New York. Alright, alright. Oh, 12-hour drive. A little bit of a difference there, yeah. I mean, I hope you have a good time in New York, Roman. Retro Kraken, welcome back. That is a very high and very specific number that I hope we do not get to. Hey Mambo, what other games do you play? I haven't played any other kind of games on stream. I've thought about doing some stuff in like Rocket League with a couple other friends. Or, you know, doing some other like PC type games. But in general, other games I play are games like Rocket League, Grand Theft Auto, Golf with Friends. For the most part though, I play Pokemon. That's like the main game I play. Oh no, that would have been awful, Blaze. Alright, see you later, Roman. Thanks for tuning in the stream, and if I don't see you before it, have fun on your road trip. Ah, you mean, 3189. Well, that one's gonna happen a lot sooner, Retro Kraken. My face looks like a monkey. I have actually gotten that before, George. You are not the first person to tell me that. Your keyboard wouldn't load. Alright, so you just like spammed a bunch of numbers. Alright, alright. Yeah. 3189, we'll see Retro Kraken. That one's a lot closer. You're playing the new GTA 5 mode. Yeah, I saw they released a new one. Isn't it just a new like adversary mode? You continue your starting hunt Fire Red News, just waste them. I mean, you just gotta be patient, especially in Gen 3. when there's no method of chaining and it's full odds. It's really rough trying to hunt for something, especially a specific Pokemon. This is definitely one of the games where it was still, you know, just like, you know, a game where you were lucky to run into one. Outside of things like legendaries and starters where you can force the same Pokemon over and over again. What's my opinion on Yu-Gi-Oh? I haven't seen Yu-Gi-Oh, and I only collected a few of the cards, and I think people traded me for Pokemon cards. I never remember buying Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, but I somehow owned probably about as much Yu-Gi-Oh cards as I owned Pokemon cards. At the time when I owned them, I had no clue how to play either game, so to me, any card was just a card. What's my favorite Mega Evolution? Also, Thunder's making your house shake like an earthquake right now. I was actually having that earlier french fry I had. Like, my power went out for a bit, and I was concerned I wasn't going to be able to do the stream tonight. Just because there was so much wind and thunder. And favorite Mega Evolution? Mega Gengar. Mainly because of Shiny Mega Gengar. Because it fixes the fact that Gengar Shiny is awful. And that's in the sense that a lot of Pokemon Shinies are awful because they're just the same color. Or there's a different, like, shade of the color. Which was Gen 1, Gen 2, which, you know, makes sense because with Gen 1, I don't even know if they had planned Shinies yet, and they couldn't really show them. And Gen 2, like, it was really hard to show the difference between Shinies with the color palette of the Game Boy Color. You're playing a randomizer, and you got 2 Regigigas, and your starter was Regigigas, and your other was in the dojo. Nice Retro Kraken. That's actually... I want to do a randomizer one time, and I might actually, like, record that if I do it, just because I think it'd be kind of fun. I've never done one, and it'd be pretty fun, and I could easily do it. I could even use like a similar layout to this and just use an emulator instead of a normal capture card. Alright, see you later, Manu. Thanks for tuning in to the stream. Did Shiny 60 Goon appear? Not yet, Azrith, not yet. You don't have the patience for... I get that, Chris, I get that. I used to be like that, but... I've done it for so long, like, I managed to sit through it because I really wanted a shiny Rowlet. So instead I got a shiny Ditto to try to breed because I thought that was going to give me a shiny Rowlet. Like, you know, if I breed with a parent that's shiny, it'll be more likely to be shiny. Which hasn't been the case since Gen 2, so, yeah. But, so I sent through the Ditto, wanting to use it for Rowlet, and then it wasn't, you know, I couldn't use it, but still just hunting for that Ditto, and when it finally popped up, like, having actually felt the satisfaction firsthand, I had the bug and I was hooked. Nuzlocke randomizer, I've considered that, Indy. Like, that would be fun. That would be fun. So I might do it. Oh, your starter was a Larion? Nice. Do I know what Teddy Ruxpin is? I have heard of it, but I can't think of what it is off the top of my head. Other than that, he evolves at level 42, which took a while. Yeah, it would take a while to like start with something that's supposed to evolve at the end of the game. Nice Retro Kraken. That's a pretty decent team to have with a randomizer run. Man, but a randomizer Nuzlocke though, I've seen a few people do them, and it hurts so much to see them like catch something like, oh boy, a Pidgey, and then the next thing they run into is Rayquaza. And it's just like, well, I can't catch that because I'm on the same route. Because randomizer, I wouldn't use like a legendary clause on a randomizer just because like you can run into them in the wild. Alright, Blaze, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, don't vomit or get like super car sick just because you want to watch the stream. Hype for the shiny A-Mama. Yeah, shiny hype. Hopefully we can get it soon. It'd be really awesome. And like I said that like I'm gonna go for this until I get it, and I definitely am. But I'm kind of feeling like I want to switch it up soon. Just like, you know, go for a Charmander or something, just to kind of break up the repetitiveness that has been this hunt, but I also don't want to stop the hunt now. So I want to catch it so I can like switch to it without knowing that I have to come back or that I'm like leaving it unfinished. Alright, see you later, Retro Kraken. Rattata or Pidgey? Pidgey. Definitely Pidgey. How do you catch a level 2 Rayquaza to red 10 Pokeballs? Luck. A lot of luck. You bet if everyone hits like, I'll get a shiny. Maybe. Maybe the Treecko just wants the likes. What days do I stream? I stream on Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, and I try to do it from the same time every time, which is 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Kakuna Rattata. What a wonderful phrase. $28.90, welcome to the stream. Do I have like an Xbox or PlayStation 4? I have an Xbox 360, but that's as far as I went in terms of buying consoles, except for I'm going to be getting a Switch as soon as I can get my hands on one, but in terms of most like normal gaming consoles, I don't really buy them anymore because I play on my gaming PC. So most of what I play is, you know, on my computer. Diego, welcome back to the stream. I should do a Kakuna Rattata run, like only just a Kakuna and a Rattata. So basically just run through the whole game with, like, Super Fang and Harden. That's it. You're hunting for a shiny Magnemite in Pokemon Sun. Nice. Nice $28.90. Nice. Good luck with it. What's my favorite gym out of all the games? That's a tough one. The battles themselves haven't been the most memorable for me, just because most of the time I tank through them, and it doesn't really matter. As far as, like, design and layout, I really like, I think it was Flannery's gym, where you had to walk on the certain tiles to unlock the stairs, and if you walked on them twice, they broke. Like, I like that. That was a fun little puzzle. And if I think about it in terms of my most memorable battle, it was the Ghost Gym in Platinum. Simply because I ran out of other options, threw out an EV, and the leader's last Haunter could not hit me, and it literally just came down to the Haunter struggling. Like, you know, it wasn't the most exciting battle, but it was kind of one of those, wait a minute, I'm not actually going to black out here moments. Welcome back, Kareem. You're just going to say, let's play Xbox One. Yeah, I haven't really played any Xbox recently. Like, when the Xbox One was announced, I was super hyped for it, but it was, you know, $500 and I couldn't afford it at the time. And when I could afford it, I could afford a gaming PC, and I built that instead. How much does my gaming PC cost? Well, I'm going to get back to your question. I want to see what someone above you said first. I have a question. Is it necessary to get out first Zigzagoon shiny before Treecko shiny? It isn't necessary, Diego. It's just, in most games, if you get, like, the shiny Zigzagoon, it'd be bad because, you know, it doesn't guarantee you anything. But in Emerald, it does because of the messed up RNG. Basically, in every other game, it's truly random, and it's basically like encountering a shiny and it running away. But in Emerald, it just means I'm really close to getting the shiny. So either one could pop up first and it'd be fine. How much does the gaming PC cost? So back to that question. When I built it, it cost about $1,200. It was my computer for college, so it had to be like workstation grade. You know, it had to be able to do all the stuff for my engineering school. And then I threw in a graphics card, like a 970 when those were new. But now if you built it, it'd probably be somewhere around like $700. Like, it's not cheap, but it runs games really well. I think I confused Flannery's Gym with Wallace. I think I did that. I probably did Morphine. I don't know why I was thinking Flannery's. Like, I think I was just thinking... I don't know what I was thinking with that, but yeah, I think Wallace is definitely it. Think about it, it is Wallace. Yeah, Sutopolis' gym. Favorite gym trash can puzzle. There appears to be nothing in here, just basically truly random. Yeah. Potato Gamer, can I say your name? There you go. Good luck. Thank you, Owen. Yeah, so Morphine, thanks. I did mix up Flannery and Wallace there. You're doing a Nuzlocke type thing with your brother, and you said you're fighting Flannery, and her Torkoal used Overheat on your Machoke. 3 HP. Nice, Blaze. Nice. I had a couple really close calls that I can remember in Sun, where, you know, like now with Pokemon Refresh, basically your Pokemon can survive just, you know, by the amount of affection they have. I had my Espeon, it survived essentially one hit KO, and then it got hit again, and it survived with 1 HP still. It didn't take any damage one turn. I was like, oh my gosh. How do you get into Sutopolis Gym? Well, you have to dive to get into Sutopolis. And then there's a whole bunch of story stuff you have to do first. I actually just counted down, so that... what was my first shiny? Amon, my first shiny was a shiny Ditto in Pokemon Sun. I wanted to get a shiny Rowlet because, like, Rowlet's my favorite Pokemon. And I didn't want to start shiny hunting, so I was like, I may as well start with my favorite Pokemon. But I decided I have to breed for it, so maybe, without doing any research at this point, I was like, oh, maybe if I get a shiny parent Pokemon, the offspring will be more likely to be shiny, which isn't the case at all. But just in my mind, I was like, oh, that sounds, you know, right. And then I looked into it and learned about my pseudo method. But I still got a shiny Ditto out of it, so it wasn't a complete loss. What program did I use to make this interface? So, to lay everything out on the screen, I have OBS I'm using, which is Open Broadcast Software. And it lets me, you know, arrange like a game capture and a face capture and put up a text. Like, you know, it reads the number from a file that counts up when I hit a button. And like it lets me add all these different things in. But if we're talking about the actual like graphic layout in the background, that is something my girlfriend made for me. Favorite Alolan form Pokemon? Yours is a Alolan Persian. Everyone usually hates on it, but it's a great thing. I mean, I'm more of an aesthetic type person when I think about Pokemon because I'm a collector more than like a competitive player. So to me, yeah, Alolan Persian's low on the list. Favorite Alolan form? Huh. I'm trying to think of it. I'm trying to make sure I'm not leaving any Alolan forms out, basically, is what I'm doing. I may just say Alolan Executor, just because it's so ridiculous. It's, you know, it was entertaining to catch and to have. Alolan Vulpix, yeah. Alolan Vulpix or Sandshrew are pretty cool too. If the parents are shiny, there is an increase in chance. There is in Gen 2 when it was based off IVs, which were passed down by the parents through breeding anyways. But aside from that, there isn't an increase aside from Masuda methoding, which is what increases it by like 3 rolls. And that's just having a Pokemon from a different region. Is Masuda method in every game from Gen 2? It is not. It got added in Gen 4 along with Poké Radar, which was the first form of chaining. Before that, the odds were always full odds. Like, yeah, so in like Gen 3, it's basically always 1 in 8,192. Because I don't think there was a shiny charm in Gen 3. Masuda adds 6? I didn't think it was that high. And it might be 6 like after you have the shiny charm. Alolan Diglett is cool. Alolan Diglett is pretty cool. Alolan Geodude's pretty cool as well. In Gen 6 we got buffs again. Really? I didn't know that. That kind of makes the like 800 eggs I had for a shiny Rowlet feel a little bit more painful. But it explains why I got like Minior and Wimpod in a day. Run Super Mario World. Oh, I'm so bad at that game though. Like, you know, when Seth Bling set records in it, and like we started getting more things like credit swap and stuff, I was like, I'll try this. Like, you know, he makes it look, he like, it looks pretty easy when he does it. It can't be too hard to learn. He just makes it look so easy. Or really all the speedrunners do, like Dram as well. Like, I tried and I was like, oh, these controls are weird. Yeah, Gen 6 also has the, like, increase, has, you know, better odds because of, you know, them dropping the rate to, you know, 1 in 4,000. That's right from Sarah. Okay, so if Cerebi says it, I'll believe it. I didn't know that they had increased Masuda method specifically. I knew they had increased, like, in general, the odds, so... Yeah, down to, like, 1 in 600. That sounds about right. Maybe I was just doing really bad math. Yeah, because you had, like, Masuda... Shiny Charm, and Gen 6 or 7, you get pretty low odds, especially compared to what I'm doing now. Is Wimpod hard to catch? As a Pokemon, it's not terrible to catch. It's just... It's hard to find it. It's almost like a puzzle in itself to encounter it, and basically actually battle it. Because you have to encounter it in the overworld, and stop it from running into a hole and hiding. And when you're trying to... shiny hunt for it, or when you're trying to catch it, it flees from battle if its health drops below half by any reason other than it hurting itself. And like you can't chain for it because of that, and also I think it's like set to not actually call for help. So it's really hard to get Wimpod without breeding if you're looking for a shiny. It's not too difficult, and it's just kind of an extra fun Pokemon if you're just trying to find one in general. In Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, if you have 2 shiny Pokemon and breed them, will the resulting Pokemon that hatches be shiny? It won't be shiny by like necessarily. It can be shiny, but Gen 2 is the only one where shiny was based on IVs. In Gen 3, they completely overhauled the system, and it's based on a number that's not related to anything else. You have a chance to catch Wimpod automatically, so... What do you mean, like, automatically? Like, just, you know, it runs into you. It can run into you, yeah. But a lot of times it just runs it away when you find it in places. I think there's one where it doesn't actually have a hole to run into, though. Quick Ball on Wimpod, easy. See, I'm a tryhard and will catch everything in a Pokeball. Like, literally everything. Treecko will be shiny? I hope so, Malik. I hope so. Alright, see you in a bit, French fry. Oh no, Blaze! I'm sorry to hear that, but, thanks for tuning in. Our internet's good now. Alright, awesome. A few months later, it can feel like it's a lot. Yeah. Like, I've seen people get shinies in this game real quick, and I've seen them take forever. Hopefully it's the former for me. Because, like, you know, you gotta think about, like, the odds are ridiculously against you in this game. Like, I'm not even to, like, 50-50 having got it yet, essentially. The Foxy channel, welcome to the stream. It's a snake. Yeah, I think Snively's a snake. Like, it has, you know, legs and stuff, but it's a Pokemon. It's basically just a really, really short-legged lizard, which is basically what snakes are. Welcome back, French Fry! It's classified as a grass snake Pokemon. There you go. $31.48, that's crazy. It is pretty insane in my mind, because before this, my longest hunt ever was in Sun, which, you know, has chaining methods and lower dots in the first place, and it was like 1,600. So we're about to double that. And, you know, that was my longest stream ever, or like my longest chain ever. I didn't stream it. But, you know, this still isn't even the, like, the odds in this game are 1 in 8,000, so this is nothing compared to what a lot of people go through for them. Alright, see you later, Amamba. Third ship, got work. Alright, I get you. You said 31.74, so you're close. Yeah, we're getting there, Blaze. I just actually realized that after this one, we need to reset the save. I was going to go right through it again. Keep in mind, Pokemon are fictional. What? Lies. Yeah, Dewad, it is pretty hard to get a shiny. I removed your message just because I try to keep the chat PG. You know, Pokemon's a PG game, and I like to kind of keep the chat to the same audience as the game, just so anyone can join. A carnivore body pillow doesn't make it real. Those are kind of weird. Can't believe Superior has higher defensive stats than offensive. I mean, I think just in general, grass Pokemon tend to be more tanky, right? The true Salamander Pokemon is Salandit, so yeah. Shiny Zigzagoon will appear. It very well could, Dewat. But like I've been saying, in Emerald, it's not bad if that happens, because Emerald is the one game that has messed up RNG. So if I get like a Shiny Zigzagoon, I can just soft reset and change my timing up. So, you know, it's still work to do this, and it's still kind of hard, but I can change up my timing so that Treecko would spawn on the same frame the Zigzagoon spawned on last time, or when the Zigzagoon was shiny, and that would make the Treecko shiny. Because basically, when you have the same saves, which is what I'm doing here, is resetting the save, but when you have the same save and the same trainer ID, oh, excuse me, the same frames generate shiny Pokemon every time. So when I don't find a shiny Pokemon after a while, I reset my save in Emerald to mess up the RNG again and like mix it back up and hopefully get a shiny frame near the beginning where I'll see it. You're betting at 3,400. We'll see, Foxy Channel. We'll see. We may or may not get there tonight. I think we're going to get to, I want to say about 3,300, 3,350. Because I get through about 300 every stream. And, oh, excuse me, my nose is really itching today. And, we started at like 3,025, so we'll see. Oh no, your phone's at 12%, Blaze. Oh no. You'll be home in like 20 minutes. I mean, your phone might make it. Your phone might. You're gonna give up Are you gonna do Mudkip Shiny Hunting, or are you gonna give up Mudkip Shiny Hunting? So if you're going for it, good luck, man. If you're like giving up, I understand. Like, because yeah, even in ORAS when you go for it, depending on how you go for it, if you go for it like the same way I am, in both games, it's still over 1 in 4,000. Alright, so we're almost through this. We'll be back to shiny hunting pretty soon here. Most tanky grass Pokemon are grass Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, I'll admit, like as I've said, I'm not the biggest in competitive, so I don't really know all these things. I've just seen people talk about, when they're talking about a lot of tanky Pokemon, most times they talk about like grass Pokemon. I think it's more because like their movesets tend to be able to regen health. It's a shiny Zigzagoon? It wasn't that time, so I mean, we'll see. Welcome back, Blazing Blaziken! Shuckle. The ultimate Pokemon. Who cares about Arceus or any other legendaries? Shuckle is the true original Pokemon. He is the one and only. Everything else is just impersonating. What happened? Nothing's happened yet. Nothing's happened yet, Blazing Blaziken. Just been going. I haven't run into any shinies yet, from what I can tell. Yeah, Shuckle can do crazy damage. Favorite grass type? Mouse, my favorite grass type is Rowlet, just because Rowlet's also my favorite Pokemon. Yeah, Mega Sceptile does have that one issue, but I think a lot of Pokemon have. A lot of Pokemon, when they're really good, have that one big problem. The ruffled Rowlet. What type of combo gives the most 4 times weakness? I don't know how many combos give multiple 4 times weaknesses. I know there are things like, you know, water and rock that are super weak to grass, or water and ground, or what? Ground or rock. I always get the two mixed up. But yeah, like it's weak to grass. I can't think of the combos off the top of my head. Rock ground gives 2. Water and grass. Grass. Okay, yeah. So it is grass and water. Alright, so, yeah, so either way, rock or ground would give you those issues then, yeah. When you mix it with water. No problems for Ghost or Dark, but no good Pokemon are Ghost and Dark. I mean, if there's no issues for it and it's not weak to anything, that's probably why there aren't any. My favorite Pokemon anime opening, I haven't seen any of the newer anime. I'm gonna be honest here. The most I've seen is like a bit of Indigo League, and that was like back when I was a kid. I really want to watch it all, but I want to watch it all like in one sitting. Basically, is what I'd want to do, like as the main show I'm watching, and it's just so long. It's really hard for me to like try to get into it like that. Welcome back, Flooper Squid. I've seen a bit, Indie Night. Your phone's at 7%. Oh no, Blaze. Gonna be cutting it real close. Apparently Blaze is in the car. Like he's just been in the car hoping that he makes it back to his house in time. The best Pokemon series is Diamond, Pearl, and X and Y. I definitely want to watch them all at some point, and I'm gonna watch them chronologically because that's like the one way that really makes sense, in my mind at least. I just need to actually sit down and start watching them. Why is Emerald's RNG broken when it's entering? Yeah, that's what I've always wondered, Blaze. Like, if it was Ruby and Sapphire and then they fixed it, it'd be different. But they did Ruby, Sapphire, Fire Red, Leaf Green, and then Emerald, and then they broke it. Like, they did 4 games with the same way that it is now, and then they changed it in Emerald. I don't know if it was intentional, though. I think it was, you know, something when they were messing with the games and, you know, redoing it. Because they had to rewrite a good bit. Because they had to add all that end story in where they, you know, Emerald having Rayquaza and the story being a little bit different. They have to, like, rewrite the code. And I feel like it was something where they didn't know what that did and they broke it. And so I went, oops. It's like, I don't think they do it intentionally. But it's definitely, I feel like it'd be something from when they were messing with the games that they just broke. Ultra Sun and Moon or Diamond Pearl remakes. Okay, so personally, I haven't finished a Gen 4 game all the way through, so I'm playing I'm playing Platinum right now. So I'm fine without the Sinnoh remakes. I know a lot of people wanted them, but I knew it was either going to be those remakes or like a Sun and Moon 2 type deal was going to happen. So I'm personally fine with Sun and Moon, with Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. They're not going to be like Emerald type games in my mind. They're going to be more of just like they're pseudo sequels basically. Like I don't think they're going to be a definitive edition like Emerald where they just kind of combine the two games because they really can't. The stories were identical aside from getting Solgaleo or Lunala. So it's basically going to be the same story again, but I think with a bit more near the end of the story on top of you know, like they've already shown the Necrozma mix. I think there's going to be a bit more focus on Ultra Beast, and I think there's going to be a little bit more of Alola to explore. So I'm okay with either game. I'm actually kind of excited for Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon just because of how hyped I was over Sun and Moon and how much I've played of my copy of Sun. So for me, I liked Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I would have been fine with either. I don't think either of them were more, like I was excited for one over the other in my mind. Favorite Pokemon series was Advanced and Johto. Johto's the only place where Ash behaves like an experienced trainer at the start. Alright, alright. You're going to be home in like 30 minutes. Alright, Blaze. What's up, Duck SDR? Welcome back. I also got really loud there, I think, for a second. Sorry. You don't see a need for Gen 4 remakes. The cartridges still work, but there's a demand. I mean, I see that argument, and I get that argument. My only thing is, they have moved out. Like, you could say it's, you know, it's basically just a DS, but a little bit better. But you could say that about, you know, when they made Fire Red Leaf Green. Granted, there was a lot more broken with Gen 1. But I feel like if they do Sinnoh remakes, they are going to be like the first thing in Gen 8, besides the main series games, just because, like, they were the first games on a new, like, complete style of console, so I think they're going to be the first, like, remakes on a new style of console if they do them. But I mean, but like, Game Freak doesn't really have a schedule in my mind. Like, there's no way to predict what they're going to do aside from each generation gets, you know, 2 mainstream games. The remakes would have been way early anyway, since it's usually 2 new games before remake. You say that, but like, you say 2 new games, but there was Gen 3 had Gen 1 remakes and Gen 4 had Gen 2 remakes. But yeah, then Gen 5 didn't have remakes, Gen 6 did, now Gen 7 doesn't. It's just, like, the game's been around for 20 years. but we've only seen 6 entire generations to try to form patterns off of. Like, it's not like something that, oh, you know, every generation they release, you know, a remake as well as games. It's like, it's not even like they released 3 main games for the new series, or like 2 games and a definitive, and then remakes. It's basically been different every single time. Like, every single cycle of games, aside from Gen 3 and Gen 4, had the same layout. So no switching for... I mean, honestly, probably. It's basically Black 2, White 2. Yeah, that's... When I was like trying to kind of predicting things beforehand, that's exactly what I was describing as. It's basically Sun 2, Moon 2, like Black and White 2 were. However, I know this wasn't going to happen, but I was kind of hoping there was like Sun and Moon sequels following Lily to Kanto, because, you know, Lily went to Kanto, so it's like, oh, maybe we'll see something in Kanto now. That'd be awesome. But I don't think that's happening, honestly. 3% Blaze, you're cutting it close, man. Zygarde was too complicated for Game Freak. Like, the way they did it, I don't think it was, like, too complicated. It was just weird. It didn't feel like a normal kind of Pokemon encounter or, like, a legendary encounter. It was just there. Also, it's Shiny Lock, so that's instantly kind of a negative in my mind. If I can't get it shiny in any way, then it's kind of meh. So far, the remakes have been good in your mind. Yeah, like, it's not like Game Freak has butchered and ruined the names of any of their games by remaking them. Like, obviously, people are like, oh, they just want to make more money. But I don't necessarily see a problem. They're a business, they want to make money, and I'm willing to pay for it. It's not like they're making me. So Pokemon Z never released. I mean, that maybe, I don't know. It does kind of feel just slapped into Sun and Moon, though, I agree. But I don't know if they ever planned on making a Z. I think Game Freak's come out and said they don't ever want people to be able to predict how many Pokemon games are in a series, basically. Or in a generation, basically. I still don't understand Zygarde. I don't even have all the cells. I can just look them up where they are, but honestly, that's too much of a hassle. It's in the Pokedex. It might only be in the 50% form in the Pokedex, but it's in the Pokedex. How do I have so much patience you would have quit by now? You know, like, this is starting to test my patience, I'll admit. But the thing is, I have 800 hours of shiny hunting in my copy of Sun. Those are all successful hunts, though. So, like, it's a little bit different, but at the same time, I know what it feels like to catch a shiny. And so I just wanted to mix things up. I was almost getting bored with how I was hunting for shinies, because it was just, you know, SOS chaining. Oh, hey, there's a shiny, now I go for another one. But this will be different, because, you know, it takes a lot longer, and it's a completely different game, so everyone's doing it, and I'm streaming it too, which makes it even more exciting and entertaining for me. Luigi Bro, welcome back to the stream. Yeah, if it's quality product, you don't care if they're trying to make money. I mean, yeah, they're a business, they have to try to make money. It's literally, like, the point of the company. They can't make games if they aren't making money. Yeah, like, if it's, like you said, if it's a quality product, I'll definitely buy it, which I trust Game Freak to do. Like, I trust that they're gonna make it right when they do it, and that's why they're not rushing Gen 8 out on the Switch or anything. They're gonna make sure it's good, because they have to they have to do a new engine on a new system. They have to redesign the UI for one screen again. So, I completely trust Game Freak. They're one of the few companies that, like, Pokemon Sun is the latest game that I've, like, bought on release day. Most of them I wait to see reviews, but I was like, no, I'm getting Pokemon. I know it's going to be good. Alright, see you, Blaze. See you in a bit if you get back on, once you get to a charger. Otherwise, thanks for tuning into the stream. You're gonna shiny hunt in Soul Silver watching this for entertainment. You see, that's actually part of how I kept myself going, was I'd watch, like, other shiny hunters stream while I hunted. Or I'd watch Netflix or something. I watched all of the 11 seasons of Bones that are on Netflix while shiny hunting. And it took like them doing a 200th episode special for me to go, oh god, I've been playing this for a long time. Oh no, hold up guys, my headset just busted. In Switch, Pokemon might be a different because it's based on the Wii U more than a DS. I mean, it's not like it's going back to one screen. Game Freak's done one screen before, so it's not like impossible to do. But yeah, it'll be different because they're kind of trying to have to design a layout that looks nice on a big screen. Sorry guys, my headset keeps breaking. Do you get mad if there'd be a game release on the Switch? I mean, they've already announced they're making a mainstream game for the Switch, though. So, like, it's happening. It's just going to be when they make Gen 8. Just playing Soul Silver. I need to play Soul Silver. I don't have a copy of it yet. I definitely want to play it, though. How many shinies do I have? I have 93 shinies. All of them are in Sun so far. Omni Get Games, welcome to the stream. Golden Magikarp, here I come. Alright, Blaziken. I actually really like Magikarp shiny, even though, like, Gyarados is kind of, you know, it's almost overrated at this point just because, like, everyone can get it. No shiny frame in this save either. Yeah, Mini Boss, it's looking like that's not the case, but you never know. It could pop up like on the last one before I reset the save again. You hope it's for both consoles? Honestly, unfortunately, I don't think it'll happen on both consoles. Because, like, they have to redo the engine, and it's going to be specific to the Switch. So, like, as soon as they... And I think Gen 7 is going to be the last time they release games for the 3DS. Game Freak knew that 3DS Pokemon don't look good in 3D. Like, do you mean them turning off the 3D effects in the game? They did that because the 3DS Pokemon games are too intensive for the system to run smoothly in 3D, because it basically has to render the game twice at slightly different angles. And like, you play Gen 6 and turn on 3D in battles, it tanks the frame rate. So that's why they completely shut it off in Gen 7. You have 3 shinies. Nice Omni Get Games. That's more than most people, and honestly, that's more patience than most people will put in. The only Magikarp you've gotten was in Magikarp Jump. I haven't gotten the shiny in that yet. I haven't played much, but I don't even know if I still have it. I think it kept notifying me, and I didn't like that it was doing that. Porygon Pokemon, welcome to the stream. Treecko's one of the best starters you've been in mine as well. I think it's like my second favorite next to Rowlet, which is just my overall favorite Pokemon. Too bad it's gonna take long, because you don't have a Pokemon that isn't in the US. I know you may not have it, but if you have a second copy of the game, or a copy of any other game, if you set the language to, like, Japanese, it counts as a Japanese Pokemon. So that's how I got my Ditto, or eventually got a Japanese Ditto, was I have a copy of Moon, and I just played the Mount Hokalani in Japanese, and then traded it over. Even though it was a North American game, on a North American system, it didn't care, it was in Japanese. And you can get them on, like, the GTS. That's the one thing I would use the GTS for. You have one legit shiny. Nice, Azareth. I don't know if you're counting event shinies in that, but, just for anyone who didn't really know in there, who didn't know that's in the chat, there is the Shiny Tapu Koko event going on right now for Sun and Moon. Porygon shiny event? That'd be fun to do. If I did it in Sun, I'd have to do it with with breeding, though. Justin, welcome to the stream. Gaming Whale, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. You have a shiny Porygon right now in Fire Red. Nice, Azareth, nice. How do you change it? You have to change it when you start the game for the first time. Like, you have to reset the save to do it. So, like, if you only have one copy of the game, don't do it. Because as soon as you set the language, you can't change it. And you set it before you start the save. Did I know Magikarp was a minigame in Pokemon Stadium? I didn't, Foxy Channel. I don't really know much about some of the older games. You want an N64 Classic Edition? It'd be pretty cool. I think the SNES Classic is going to be the last one they release for a little while, though. Because otherwise they're going to catch up to, like, relatively new systems really fast. You know, like, once they get up to the GameCube, it's going to be like, why would I pay this much for a GameCube Classic when I still have a functioning GameCube or can buy a functioning GameCube for fairly cheap? Deadman, welcome to the stream. Litten is the best starter? I will disagree with you there, my friend. For me, Rowlet was the best starter. Rowlet's also my favorite Pokemon, so I'm kind of biased in that in terms of choosing from that trio. Still have an N64. Nice! I didn't get into, like... I didn't get into really video games early enough to have an N64. My friend had one, and I always played it at her house. But she also had a PlayStation. We ended up playing that more, and then I got an Xbox for Christmas one year, and that was when I started playing. I just counted twice. Favorite Gen 5 water Pokemon? So here's the thing. I haven't played Black and White, or Black and White 2, so I haven't played Gen 5. So I couldn't tell you what Pokemon are like Gen 5 Pokemon versus Gen 6 Pokemon. So yeah, I don't know which ones I'd even be able to count in that. Treecko's your favorite Pokemon? Nice, Deadman. Team Rowlet, agreed, Emboen, agreed. Team Rowlet all the way. Blazing Blaziken, Torchic is the best. Well, that one seems kind of obvious coming from you. Still have a GameCube. Nice, Foxy Channel. That's actually what I'm playing this on right now. I'm using a GameCube because I have the Game Boy player hooked up to it, so I can actually use a legit Emerald cartridge and just capture that. Oh, someone else is here from Team Litten. I think maybe you were the one who said it in the first place. I don't remember. Nice, you found a shiny Eevee in black too. Good, nice, nice. Popplio is your favorite Sun and Moon starter. Always thought all these supposedly go for ugly Pokemon. I don't know. Popplio, to me, I just like Rowlet more. I probably would have chosen Popplio before I chose Litten, but that's probably my like for whatever reason, random aversion to fire type starters. But Primarina, like the final evolution, is great in my opinion. Selling a PlayStation 2. Cool, Embo, cool. Cool GameCube. Yeah, it's actually my friend's. Like, it's not my GameCube, and these are his, third-party controllers with all the lights all over them. He has a red one too. More evolutions doesn't mean more power. I mean, I know. I'm not saying, like... If you're taking that from me saying Primarina's great, I'm not saying that, like, the final evolution's better, necessarily. Unless someone else mentioned that. Favorite Gen 7... yeah, but I just mean, like, Primarina looks good. But I don't even know if you're talking to me with that one. I'm not sure. Favorite Gen 7 Fire Pokemon? Pokemon that was introduced in Gen 7... Probably a Salandit. Can I send people to your channel? I'm not gonna, like, promote someone's stuff if I don't, like, know that I want to promote it. If people, don't, like, in general in chat, I appreciate, like, when people don't post, like, oh, sub to me or, like, spammy stuff. I mean, if people want to check out your channel from, like, you being just an enjoyable person in chat, then that's one thing. It means more type division. A lot of times it does, because it keeps adding more types to it. Team Rowlet. Rowlet is your favorite. Awesome, Foxy. Same here. You want Mega Raichu and Greninja? I don't know if they're going to be adding more Mega Evolutions. Like, it just kind of feels like they did that in Gen 6 and just kind of faded away from it again. Do I have a good name for an Eevee male? I'm terrible with nicknames, but if someone in chat has a good name, Edward, there you go. I'm gonna get Gaming's already giving you some suggestions. Yeah, Devin, I just hope you understand. Like, that's just something that I do, and like, I'm not gonna. I try not to promote things if I don't like know what I'm promoting. Like, if I checked out your channel and I liked it, I might, you know, say like, oh hey, that's cool. Primarina doesn't look good only because of his gender ratio. Just because, you know, it's like the same gender ratio as every single starter. It's like, oh, it really looks like a feminine Pokemon, and it's 70, or like 7 out of 8 of them are males. Have I heard of the Emerald RNG? I have, Anthony, and that's why every 50 soft resets, I reset my save. You have 500 hours in your Alpha Sapphire game. Nice, Flooper. Nice. I have like 800 in my Sun, but that's like the highest I have in any game. Like, my next highest game ever is Rocket League with 550 hours or something, and then from there it's like it starts dropping down to like double digits. What's up? Welcome back, JLR. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. You think it's weird how Treecko does a T-pose? I mean, I kind of think of it as like an X almost there. Just because his legs are spread a bit. But I don't know. You named a Snivy Snivy. Best nickname. What's my favorite Pokemon game? My favorite Pokemon game is probably Pokemon Sun. It's just the one I have the most hours in right now. It has Rowlet, which is my favorite Pokemon. And it's the first game I did shiny hunting in, so like the fact that I've, you know, spent 800 hours shiny hunting in it kind of makes me lean towards it. But aside from Sun, it'd be Emerald. Like, Sun's my favorite, and then my second favorite's Emerald. Do I prefer Pokemon anime and Disney XD or Cartoon Network? I don't really necessarily care what shows up, because when I watch anime, I try to watch it with like Japanese audio and subtitles. So I don't really watch it on either, and I haven't watched the anime, like any of the new anime at all. The last anime I watched was the first season. Yeah, no, I haven't been going for 3,000 plus encounters, hitting the same frames that, you know, not knowing. That would be awful if like I got this far and then was told, like, Emerald has messed up RNG. That would be awful. Pokemon in Japanese better. In general, I just like watching anime in Japanese better. Like there are good quality dubs, but and I know there's probably bad Japanese audio in a lot of them as well. But like, I don't know Japanese well enough to notice like bad voice acting in Japanese. It's a lot easier to shiny hunt in Gen 7. It's really a lot easier to shiny hunt in any game after Gen 3. Because, you know, it isn't until Gen 6 that they lower the odds. Like the just base odds. But, what am I trying to say? But Gen 3 has, like, no ways of chaining. Like, in Gen 4, Masuda method's added, so you can increase chances to breeding, and Poké Radar's added, so even though it's super complex, there's a way to shiny hunt and actually chain. But definitely, Gen 7 is probably one of the easiest ways to do it now. You ate grapes. Awesome, Foxy. So like a weeaboo. Yes, I am a filthy weeaboo. And that entire shelf behind me that you can kind of see in the background there is just full of manga. Some of it is in Japanese. Shrek is best anime? No, Corey in the house. Gotta call you on that one, mini boss. Treecko is green, Rayquaza is green, Emeralds are green, Illuminati Triangle is green. Pokemon Illuminati version confirmed. Nice, 4 shinies in one day, that's awesome. I think my record, 24 hours, like a 24-hour period might be 4 or 5, but my like record for a single day is 3, I think. Alright, so, like Anthony had pointed out earlier, RNG's messed up, and like I said, I reset the save every 50, so we're going to go ahead and do that now. The 60 shiny will appear first. It might, Dewat. It might. It very easily could. But Emerald's RNG, like I just said, was messed up. So if it appears, it just means I have to change my timing and redo my inputs. Because like Emerald's RNG isn't truly random, and every time you soft reset, it plays the same shiny frames over and over again. So what I have to do is, which means like, you know, if I have a shiny frame early, I can hit it a bunch of times with different Pokemon and catch a lot. But if I don't have it early, then I have to reset my save to hopefully get an early one. Yeah, Omni Games, imagine if I found a shiny Zigzagoon. Yeah, like I just explained, it wouldn't be bad. It'd be bad in literally any other game, including all the other Gen 3 games. But in Emerald, it would not be bad. It's the one time that it would actually be okay to find an uncatchable shiny. What's my rarest shiny? Yours is Vespiquen. I'm not sure what constitutes like rarest. So I have a Dratini, a Dragonair, and a Dragonite, which in Sun and Moon's a pretty low encounter rate. I have a Feebas and Milotic, which, you know, isn't as low an encounter rate anymore. It's like 20% if you do a special fishing spot. On the one fishing spot you can find it. So I don't really know what would constitute rare. If you count the shiny Tapu Koko, which is in the like mystery gift event that's going on right now, that one's kind of rare, but not really. I don't know, I haven't gone after like... This would be the first time I go after something that isn't SOS chaining in Sun, though. Spawn shiny frame. If only that worked, mini-boss. Your first shiny was a Rattata. Nice swap. My second was an Alolan Rattata. It was the first one I found the Ditto, and I was like, oh, I'm going to do another hunt. And I just ran into a Rattata, and I was like, I guess I'll do this one. And that hunt took way longer than the Ditto. Vespiquen is rare, though. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really necessarily know what's like actually rare. Some Pokemon feel rare to me, but they might not be. It may just be my luck with some of them. Lester Elias, I do remember you, and welcome back. Rare is shiny only for 2 shiny Spindas, which have the same marks with hidden ability. Not in Emerald, though. Emerald, you can get the exact 2 same Spindas every single time if you wanted. Don't know if they'd be hidden ability, but... Ow! Frick. So, sorry, I keep having to fix my headset. My headset has kind of been busted for a while. And, like, it's adjustable rails, but, like, the actual pieces have snapped, and they're just kind of sitting in the rails. So, occasionally they just kind of pop out if I, like, tug on the cable on accident. Don't forget both Spindles having Pokerus. Justin, Eikenar, thank you for the sub. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that last name. Yeah, both of them having right Pokerus. Don't know where I was going with the words before, but yeah, both of them having Pokerus would be pretty rare too. Air Bronco 2000, welcome to the stream. You have Pokerus on your Pokemon, but it got cured. That's still pretty awesome on the games. Just to have one that has Pokerus on it in any form is pretty cool. But yeah, it kind of sucks when you can't start spreading it again. In your country, Rattata is Rartata. Nice, nice. No, Emerald doesn't have hidden ability. I guess it doesn't, yeah. Alright, see you later, Azareth. Thanks for tuning in the stream. Ratty Tatty! I do remember. Awesome, you just started an Emerald gameplay series. Cool. Hello, Rattata has a mustache. It does, Victor Victini. Magmar is the best foreign names? The entire Magmar chain. What are its names? Favorite dragon? Salamence. Yeah, I got you, Matt. Yeah, my favorite dragon type would be Salamence. Can't say it got a QPG. Really? That's awkward if they named Pokemon that poorly. That gives you enough info, though. Alright. Furkwan Clan, welcome back to the stream. I will definitely look up what they are later, French fry. Favorite evolution? Umbreon. For me, it's Umbreon. I like the black and yellow, and I like its shiny black and blue even more. Jolteon will be my favorite of the Gen 1 ones. Don't see the dragon when you say Charizard. What do I think about Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun? I'm excited for them. I don't know like what exactly will be different. Obviously, I think there will be more focus on Ultra Beasts. There's going to be that Necrozma mixed with the legendaries. I'm expecting a few more Alolan forms, probably Pokemon that were originally like Johto Pokemon. But for the most part, I'm not expecting much more than basically just better versions of Sun and Moon. I'm still excited for them though. You have a shiny Umbreon. Nice Omnigate Games. Nice. Why do all evolutions end with on? That's just something they did to kind of keep them all cohesive. Umbreon was the only evolution he played with, so that's a plus. Yeah. I ended up playing through my playthrough of Sun with an Espeon that I got from a hatched egg and an Eevee that I carried around and evolved into Umbreon. Those were on my like team the entire time through the game. What's my favorite starter in Johto? Probably Cyndaquil. It's probably the one game I would choose. I mean, Cyndaquil's my favorite starter, but I think I'd still end up choosing Totodile. Like, I don't know why. I never feel like I should pick a fire starter. Like, not like I shouldn't pick one, but I always feel more inclined to pick other ones. But it's probably, like, my favorite one's probably Cyndaquil, design-wise. But I'd probably end up picking Totodile. Don't know why. How do you evolve an Eevee to an Espeon? You have to have high friendship and level it up in the daytime. And to get friendship, you gain it from, like, walking around and having it not faint in battles. Basically, if you faint it, it lowers its happiness or friendship. Basically, it's happiness, not friendship. So as you walk around, the happiness increases like every 500 steps. It increases by 1. And battles increase it more if it KOs a Pokemon and it doesn't get KO'd. And then once the happiness is high enough and you level it up, it'll evolve into Espeon in the day and Umbreon at night. Shiny at 3333. We'll see, Foxy. That would be awesome. That would actually be really cool. The hardest decision in Pokemon is, are you a boy or a girl? It's 2017, Professor Oak. Get with the times. You can't just ask someone what their gender is. You traded a Rotom for a Pheromosa. Nice, nice Emboen. That's probably actually not that bad of a trade, being as you get so many Pheromosas. I almost always use water or grass starters. I've never used a fire starter in an actual playthrough. But I haven't played Johto, so I don't know what it'd be like if I chose Cyndaquil. But the happiness evolution, or it's basically the affection. Sylveon is like using Pokemon Ami or Refresh to get its like hearts and affection up to 2, which I think is what like connects to friendship more. Like that one's more akin to actual friendship. Happiness is just like invisible number based off steps. The Sylveon one is the physical hearts you can see in Ami or Refresh. You have 30 eggs hatched. Nice, Blazing Blaziken. Alright, Victor Vittini, I removed that message just because I tried to keep the chat PG, so, like, no profanity or anything. You weren't in here when I mentioned it last, so it's It's all good. Like, no issue or anything. I just, I want to keep the chat rated the same as the game. My favorite Pokemon in all types. Oh boy. Grass is Rowlet. Oh man. Normal's probably Eevee. Fire. Whew, this is a tough one to think it for. I don't even know if I can answer all that. The Icy Steel playing Emerald right now. Awesome. I am as well, in case you were unaware. You're still hunting for a Mudkip and a Mega Ruby? Awesome. I hope you get it. Good luck to you. What's up, Diamond Hunter 64? Welcome to the stream. You need an item, you forget the fairy move. You need like a fairy move, which is generally Baby Doll Eyes. I don't know if there's an item that you need, but you need like, you don't need max friendship, you need like at least 2 of the like of the affection meter. Should you stop hunting for the Mudkip and just go for the normal loot? It's up to you. It's up to you. Cause I mean, if you want to get the shiny, it's, in my opinion, it's worth it. But like a lot of people have said, it takes a lot of patience to do it. Did you get a shiny Wailord? Nice, Icy Steel. Yeah, you don't need an item for a Sylveon. That's what I thought, Morphe. You don't like the Hoenn starters? Or at least shiny Hoenn starters? I really like how Treecko looks. I really like the red tail. Like, that's what makes it more than anything. I don't know if I'd be as big of a fan if it was just the, like, more turquoise color. Welcome back, Andrea! Ah, my headset's stuck in my chair right now, guys. That's why I keep popping it. Emerald has static frames, so if you keep soft resetting like that, you'll keep getting the same 20-ish frames. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I've been working around that. My headset broke again. Yeah, that's why every 50 encounters I've been resetting my save, so I get a new trainer ID. 2 shinies in a day. Nice, Duat. That's awesome. No, you accidentally KO'd it? That's awful. Thankfully I haven't ever like failed a shiny hunt like that before. 3333 hype. Yeah, Foxy, we should get to that one tonight. It'll be really close, and I may, if we're within a couple of minutes, fudge it and end it there. But we've got about an hour left in the stream. I feel sorry for you to lose shiny hunt, shiny life Pokemon. Yeah, that'd be awful to be like hunting for it and then learn, oh yeah, you can't get it at all. Which, that's kind of why I'm playing, that's one of the reasons I'm playing Emerald, is because that way I can get like Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza, because it's all shiny locked. It's still on you prefer to use Ruby or Sapphire. If I was just going for the Treecko, I'd agree. But A, I can't find my copy of Sapphire. All I have right now is Emerald. And B, if I hunt for more things and do like a shiny badge quest, or if I like want to do legendaries, it makes it easier to know that I have like some static frames. Oh, excuse me, because you can calculate when, I think it's like at least 1/8 of your frames are with using the ID of this Pokemon once you get this one as a shiny. So it makes, you know, hunting for things like legendaries a lot easier. I mean, it's it really, I think it's called like affection depending on the game you're in, but that is what you need if you want a Sylveon, is to basically just sit there in a me or refresh and pet it until it's maxed out. Or not, it's not, I don't think it's maxed out, I think it's just 2. I think you only need 2 in Gen 7 at least. Would there even be a way to get shiny lock Pokemon like Zygarde? An event. You would have to get it through an event. Like the shiny Tapu Koko event that's going on right now is the only way to get a shiny Tapu Koko outside of the Japanese event that happened a few months ago. What's the difference between friendship and love? So depending on what you're calling it, I think friendship in this situation being interpreted as happiness, which is what a hidden number that just increases the more your Pokemon does good things, like walks with you, or wins battles, and stuff like that. The love/affection is what you get in Pokemon Me or Refresh, which is only in Gen 6 and 7, which is the only ones you can get Sylveon in anyways. The difference is the word. This is true, Andrea. Does a Pokemon have to be opposite gender of your character wolf? No, it doesn't. The same way, you know, basically it's thinking like a pet. It doesn't have to. It can like love you even if your dog's, you know, the same gender. All right, see you in a bit, Duat. Yeah, 2 hearts minimum in Pokemon Me or Refresh is what you need for Sylveon. How do you enter the Shiny Tapu Koko event? So when you start Sun or Moon, just click on Mystery Gift, or like, yeah, click on Mystery Gift, and you should get it, and it'll just be waiting for you to Pokemon Center. There's nothing special you have to do for this one. What's my favorite legendary? My favorite legendary is probably Rayquaza. It's like the friend zone, the friendship of Pokemon. Alright, see you, Blaziken. Stop using Confuse right here. No, never. It's too effective. I don't know if people don't know how to evolve it, Morphine. I think it's people... It's just different terminology, and I know a lot of people in this chat, like, English isn't their first language, so it might literally just be a different word for the same thing. Yeah, please keep the chat PG. Everyone loves Rayquaza, but yours is Darkrai. Alright. Do I play Roblox? I have not played Roblox. Yours is Mew. Nice, Foxy. My favorite shiny? My favorite shiny is, oh, sorry. My favorite shiny is Milotic. Like, I really like the design of the Pokemon anyways, and then they changed it to a color scheme that I love even more. Like, that blue and gold looks so nice, so it's my favorite shiny. Victor Victini fainted. He is dead. He did. Zekron's your favorite legendary. Nice, French fry. It took 3 weeks to SR for a shiny Rayquaza. Man, that's kind of brutal. But you love it. That's always good. Like I feel like it's worth it in the end for most of these shinies, and it feels so much better to get it when it takes so long. Do I play Binding of Isaac? I don't play it often, but I own it and I play it a bit. Your favorite shiny is Gengar. I don't really like Gengar's initial shiny. I like Mega Gengar's shiny. Because, like, Gengar's shiny is just kind of the same color almost. But Mega Gengar flips into a white, and it's, you know, such a drastic change, and I really like it. Oh, yeah, Primarina. Primarina's nice. I really like the shiny for it. The shinies of that whole, like, evolution line are kind of weird, though. Like, there's no consistent theme. Like, you know, most of the time when, like, shinies kind of evolve, they stay similar to the same color change. Like, even ones like, you know, the Pikachu line, you know, it's, you know, they're not that big of changes, but they're just darker. And they're all the same kind of darker, but with the Popplio, Brionne, and Primarina, it's, like, darker blue, purple, and then blonde hair. Like they aren't bad shinies, they don't feel cohesive. You randomly encountered a shiny Gasoline. Nice, Morphine, nice. That'd be hard to catch though if you weren't expecting it, because like trying to use False Swipe or something on it would, you know, not be effective at all. Nice, Diamond Hunter. That's really lucky, because you know, Pokemon White's still Gen 5 and has the 1 in 8,000 odds. So to find that's pretty awesome. Alright, see you later, Ramastan. Thanks for tuning into the stream. And if you want to watch another stream, I'll be back on Thursday, because I stream Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Your favorite shiny Umbreon? Awesome. I really do. That's one of my favorite ones as well. Like, again, the same reason I like Milotic is because it has that blue in its color. I really like the neon blue they added in Umbreons. That is awesome. Actually, I don't think you can transfer, Bob, I'm not sure you can transfer. Can you transfer from Gen 1 all the way up? I know you could do it from Fire Red all the way up, but I don't think there's a... Except for Virtual Console, I don't think there's a way to get Gen 1 or Gen 2 Pokemon up through all the games. Mundo Del Marcelo, welcome to the stream. Trying to find a Feebas with no Super Rod. Oh no, if you're playing in the original Gen 3, I feel bad for you. You can cheese it in Oras. Is Oras still the same, like, only certain spots in that one route? You like shiny starters? I like them too. What's my favorite Pokemon of all time? My favorite Pokemon of all time would be Rowlet. Like, I know it's probably just a lot of, like, hype for it being a popular Pokemon, but as soon as I saw all the stuff come out for the starters for Gen 7, I knew I was picking Rowlet. Like, hands down, I was going to use Rowlet. And, as soon as I got it, it was the first time I messed with, like, Pokemon Refresh or Amiibo in any kind of form. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. I get to, like, play with the Pokemon. And it just, all that combined instantly made it my favorite. Only Virtual Console. Yeah, so you can move it from Red straight to, like, Sun. But you can't, like, move it up through all the games, unfortunately, just because, like, you know, you could go from, like, Red to Gold, or, like, Gen 1 to Gen 2, but there's no way to get it to Gen 3. Thankfully, though, you will be able to move Gen 2 Pokemon up through Virtual Console in a few months. Favorite Pokemon is Victini. It's kind of understandable, Victor Victini. If you're going under the bridge at the Weather Institute in the day, it will be 100% for Feebas. Really? That's interesting. That makes it a lot easier to get than it was before. Fire Red, sorry for... Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense, because you couldn't have done it from Red unless you went straight from Virtual Console all the way up. But it's really impressive you got it from Gen 3 all the way up to Gen 7. So is it different in Oras than it was in Ruby and Sapphire, or in just Gen 3 in general, where it was like specific spots based on your trainer ID? In like 1% chances? I just counted down. This stream's gonna... Yours is Lucario. Nice, Omnikit Gaming. Welcome back, Blaze Clutch. I see you have made it home. Your phone was at 1% on the charger. How am I doing? I'm doing good. How about you, Aiden? Welcome to the stream. You trained up and got a Charizard before the second gym. That's probably a little bit overkill, but if you're trying to run through Misty using a fire type, then you probably need it. You just found a Feebas. Nice, Icy Steel. Okay, so it is different in Oras, yeah. I figured they'd make it a little bit less, like, torturous than it was in Gen 3. Gonna get it on 3232. Alright, Aiden, we'll see right now. Moment of truth, man. Oh, the trainer ID. Okay, so it's easier to chain. Alright, yeah. Alright, see you later, Flooper Squid. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Alright, man. Aiden, 3232 wasn't a shiny, but we're going to keep going here. I wonder if we can get to the next 101, I think. If we can get to all threes, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be a good ending point. But if it's like a little bit too far off from the end of the stream, which we've got about 50 minutes left, so we might be able to make it if we go pretty fast. Was the only member of your team. Ooh, you're a... Yeah, you really got to overlevel if you want to make it through a water gym with that. Your favorite starter is Charizard, and you like the Mega X because it... hold on. But they messed up it shiny. What's my favorite shiny starter? My favorite... If we're just going off of the shiny design, I am going to go with Treecko, actually. So, shocker. Of course, you're hunting it. But, I really like the red tail on it. Like, Rowlet's still my favorite starter for sure, but it's the same kind of blue transfer, but it doesn't really have... It's like the blue-green, and it's still good. I really like it. But it's just not the same as, like, the red tail on Treecko. The red tail on Treecko is really cool. You're about to release your Gardevoir. Like, release it back into the wild? Why'd you do that? Oh! Oh, you are about to release it, because it just keeps killing the shinies? That is awful. Use Mawile against False Swipe. A lot of Pokemon can use False Swipes. I mean, yeah, just get something that has False Swipe and, you know, play it safe. Decidueye shiny is so nice. I do have a shiny Decidueye. It's really nice. I guess whenever I think starters, I immediately think, first, base evolution. Yeah, Decidueye shiny is really nice, and I do like that. I don't like I said, Rowlet shiny is nice, but it's not good. It is cohesive, so Decidueye is definitely up there. Litten's up there, too, because I really like the white. Like, the white with red looks really good. How do you get the Tapu Koko? So, to get the Tapu Koko, you just have to launch the game, and on, the menu where you start your profile, there should be, mystery gift, and you should be able to, click that, and then claim it from internet. You got it! Awesome! Awesome for a Corn Clan. You caught a Feebas, good thing your internal battery isn't... Alright, Spicy Seal. Nice. Yeah. Now the easy part of evolving into Milotic. Oh man. Yeah, Gen 3. It's kind of... Milotic's definitely a trophy of being able to even have. I have a challenge for me. After every gym, make a new team except the starter. Yeah, evolving Milotic's not bad. It's just... It's different. If you don't know if you don't know, and you raise it up to level 16, you're like, geez, why isn't it evolved yet? But, after every gym, make a new team except starter. So my plan is actually to do a shiny badge quest, which is basically find a new shiny before every major battle of the game, which would be kind of fun. And now to continue with Mudkip. Alright, good luck, Corn Clan. I hope you get it, and again, good luck. Hopefully you get it before I get this, or at least earlier than I get this. You already am evolving, you already have the blocks, and you have working. Awesome, Spicy Spiel. What's up, Delamas Jr.? Welcome to the stream. What game would you choose from every gen? You choose Red, Gold, Emerald, Platinum, White, White 2, X, and Moon. I would probably choose... Yellow, Crystal, Emerald, Platinum. I don't really have anything from... I haven't played Gen 5, so I don't have an opinion on those. Either of them are equal to me, I guess. Then Y, Alpha Sapphire, Sun. I guess I left out Fire Red and Soul Silver. You got a shiny Total Island Heart Gold in 3 days. Nice, Aiden. That's actually not bad. Yeah, that's pretty lucky. Thank you. I appreciate anyone who wants to give me luck and pass their luck on to me. I really appreciate it. It would be awesome to be able to get this thing soon. Your internet's so bad. Mine was really bad earlier because the power kept flickering in and out. It sounds like a pain, the shiny badge quest. Yeah, but it gives me more of an excuse to stream more. Because the plan's to be record Let's Plays and playthroughs of the actual game, story parts like beating gyms and fighting May and all this. But... a shiny badge quest would be awesome, and I'd like to do it at some point. And with Emerald, it won't be as bad because I'll have the shiny frames once I get there. So it shouldn't take too long. They may end up actually being hour-long streams instead of 3-hour streams for that time. You're recording on Pokemon Emerald. Alright, Rat-Daddy, cool. You're watching in 144p and it's still buffering. Oh no, Mini-Boss. It's hard to reset the game in the 3DS because it takes long to get back in. Sometimes it can, yeah. Don't skip Gen 5. Yeah, Morphine. I don't, it's not like I actively avoided it. It's just... My DS broke while I was playing, Diamond and Platinum were new. And then I kind of fell into that, middle school, high school phase where I was like, oh, Pokemon's for kids, and I didn't play it until I picked up Alpha Sapphire. So, I basically missed... I missed Gen 5, and I almost missed Gen 6. I want to go back and play it. I just have to get a copy of it for not, $45 for just the cartridge. You're hunting for a shiny Beldum and Sun Moon. Good luck, Cameron. Did anyone know you can play Pokemon on device like your phone or tablet? Yeah, you can find them. Oh no, Furcorn Clan. Shiny Poochyena all... No, you can't get a shiny... Are you in Oras? You can't get a shiny Poochyena in Oras. It's shiny locked. Like, they actually shiny locked the wild encounter there. You're from Brazil. Awesome, Antonio. Welcome to the stream. Second best storyline. That's what I've heard, is like, it's a really good story. So you have the people that really didn't like Pokemon becoming more story-based and almost hand-holdy. And, like, they felt like, oh, there's too much, you know, story to this. I just want to play Pokemon. Then there are the people who are like, awesome, more story, more in-depth. And you can see that with Sun and Moon as well. What do I do after the 5th gym in Emerald? Are you like asking me like, you know, what the story does after that? I can't actually remember off the top of my head right now. But after the 5th gym, you go to the 6th gym, right? Host of All Augusto, hello from Brazil. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. The water ejected from water-type Pokemon is drinkable by humans? Maybe. I mean, it may just be a lot of spit. I don't know, I wouldn't... I'd imagine it's just like whatever water they drank. Like fresh water or salt water. Yeah. Well, you're just kidding. Yeah, you can't even get a shiny Poochyena. I was like, oh no, and then I remember, wait a minute, you're not playing on this version. What if I accidentally picked Torchic and it's shiny? I mean... That's a really tough one. Like, I don't actually know what I'd do, because I could just be like, I got Torchic, it's shiny, and we run with that instead. Or I could be like, well, I know there's a shiny frame now, and I just have to input to get Treecko quicker. Alright, see you in a bit, Diamond Hunter. Every Pokemon's water Pokemon if you think hard enough. It would just be like spit, yeah. That's what I would think. I mean, it might not. It might just be like water that they store. Like when they drink water, they kind of keep some of it. I need some water, guys. 1 second. You released it in Cover Subjects? I didn't know you could release that Pikachu. I thought that was like... It couldn't evolve, I know. I didn't think you could release it. It's between taking a risk and going with what I've got. Pretty much. And like... I don't know, I'd almost feel like, well, I got the shiny. I got a shiny. That's really what I'm going for. I just choose Treecko as the one I prioritize. Because it's not like a Soul Silver and Heart Gold Soul Silver. You can see if it's shiny before you pick it. Oh man, Jonathan, that kind of sucks. Because Oras, the odds are less than that for you. It's like 1 in 4,000. So you've kind of passed the point where now it's just kind of beating you, and you should be getting it any time. Man, it'd be pure spring water, maybe. I don't know. Water Pokemon spit out Fiji. There you go. Why we drive in Parkway and park in driveway? I don't know. You prefer to say it's vomiting? I mean, yeah, it does seem more like vomiting with how they do it. I was just saying, maybe it's like just a lot of spit that they store up. It's not like actually water. Shiny Zigzagoon appears? Not yet. I mean, like I said, it wouldn't be as bad in this game as it would in Ruby or Sapphire. You want a spit Pokemon now, or do we have one? And there's Lickitung. The chances are multiplied by 3 though. In Oras, they're multiplied by 2 by default. If you get like shiny charms and stuff at the end of the game, then they go up. But purely for soft resetting for a shiny, it's not. Alright, I missed the one. I'm going to do it this time where I need to reset the save again. Probably one more time after this for the night. Swalot, kinda, yeah. You're going to give up on shiny hunting? Oh man, Forkhorn Clan. I understand, but I'd still be going for it. Come on, man. Oh man, you hunted for 7 hours. Yeah, that's pretty intense, Cameron. You just want a whole new type added to the game called Spit. So people want all these fancy types, and it's like, no, I want Spit. I want another version of water. Yeah, shiny, Icy's Field. I don't really like shout out other people's channels in the chat, especially without me knowing what I'm shouting out or like promoting. But I guess I can do a shout out. I won't promote it though. But yeah, so you are Father's Field. All right, you're doing a Sapphire Let's Play. Cool. It's gotten to the point where no longer super excited when you get a shiny. It's like, oh hey, cool. That's exactly how I am in Pokemon Sun. Where it's like, oh hey, shiny. And even like when I'm talking to friends on Discord and stuff, and I get it, I'm like, oh hey, shiny. They're like, oh cool. Like just like, oh yeah, Ian's catching another shiny. I guess that's what happens now. But that's why I wanted to do something like this. It changes it up. It makes it more like exciting again. And like, you know, when I get the shiny, it'll actually be like a moment of like, woohoo! As opposed to just, oh boy, shiny. I should try a Theta Emerald. I'll look into it, Sergio. Am I planning on doing a playthrough after I get shiny Host of All Augusto? Yes. So the plan is to do a shiny badge quest, which is basically catching shinies throughout a playthrough, like before every major battle. So like I catch this one before I fight May for the first time, and I have to catch another one before I fight Roxanne at Gym 1. So I'll be doing playthroughs, and those will be like pre-recorded Let's Play type things. And then as well, I will be doing like the streams for all my shiny hunts. So you know, when I have to get each shiny, I'll like do a stream for it. So I don't know how that'll play out in terms of me like release schedule wise, because I wouldn't have a set schedule really for the Let's Play. It's just gonna be, well, I can get the shiny in a day, or I can get the shiny in 3 months. You low-key caught a Sparrow not knowing a shiny. Nice, Olivia Lewis! I worry that there were times that I didn't know what a shiny was, and I like ran from it or killed it thinking it was just like a Pokemon that gave you more experience. I thought I had no Pokeballs and then realized, oh wait, it starts. Yeah, there have been a few times I'm like, wait, am I prepared for this to be shiny? And I'm like, oh wait, I literally am just receiving the Pokemon. There is no preparation. Want an edible type as a literal type so we can have some good food-based Pokemon. I don't know if there'd be like an edible type, because like, you know, things like Vanillite are kind of more ice-related. You gave up on going for shiny Mudkip? Alright, I get it, Furcorn Clan. Like, it takes a certain amount of patience, and when you just want to get into the game, you know, you just want to get into the game. You have a spinner named Tater Tot. I think that is an actually really cool name. Do I watch Kobayashi's Dragon Maid? I did watch it. That was such a good show. I'm waiting for all the specials to air before I watch all of them in like one binge session. But I love, you know, me too, French Fry. Like, it was fantastic. What do I want my final team to be? I really don't have a plan for my final team yet. I've never been big into competitive, so it's more of a, what Pokemon looks cool? Let's run with that, and I'll level it up enough that it works. You've won the Pokemon Lottery Master Ball once! I haven't, Bob Builder. That's actually pretty cool. But yeah, I haven't actually played the lottery in it, but that's awesome that you were able to win it. Season 2, April 2018. Hype! Dragon Maid hype. I missed the... I spam A every time through this at the like worst moments. Oh no! You found... Those are the ones that I hate. It's not like, you know, the uncatchable one. It's the one that would have been catchable if you had found it like a minute later, like after you got Pokeballs. One HP holds on. Nice, Icy Steel. Nice. Dragon hype. Yep. So much dragon hype. Is Dragon Maid an anime? Yes, it is an anime. the best anime. It was so good. Like, it takes me a while to watch a lot of anime during the summer because I like work and then I'm really tired when I get home generally, and now I do streams. But even then, Dragon Maid I watched in like maybe 4 days. Gabriel Dropout was really good too. Agreed. Which anime do I watch? So things like Morphine just mentioned, Gabriel Dropout and Dragon Maid I've watched. I don't watch a lot of like really big shows like, you know, Naruto and stuff. They're just really long for me to start. For the most part, I watch like comedy type shows and slice of life. But I've watched a lot. What other video games do I play? So I haven't streamed anything if that's what you're asking. But other video games I play are things like Rocket League, Grand Theft Auto, just a lot of PC games in general. Best anime is Inuyasha. I haven't actually seen that one. Attack on Titan, I've seen season 1, haven't seen season 2. I liked it. I felt like the pacing was off. Like, it could have been a lot shorter and done the same thing. Like, if you look at a show like Black Bullet, it has the same basic concept, but it did it in half as many episodes. Rosario Vampire is best anime. First anime, so always special place in heart, but really good. What about SAO? I liked it. It's really popular. I liked it, but it's not like my favorite or anything. Is it worth it to find another Feebas and Sapphire? I don't know. Overwatch, I do have Overwatch. I play it with friends sometimes. I'm not, like, I've had the game since last year, and I'm only, like, level 32. I don't play it often, but I play it in bursts. Best anime is that a zombie? I haven't seen it. It's on my list to watch. What's my favorite game that's not Pokemon? Yours is COD 3 and Destiny. Mine would probably be Rocket League. Like, that's what, aside from Pokemon, it's the game I have the most hours in. Dragon Maid and Danganronpa. Or Danganronpa. I've been meaning to watch that as well. Yeah, it's connected to games I need to play. Watch Gabriel Dropout. Gabriel Dropout was fantastic. You're gonna get a low Ted then slag off. Alright. Good luck for Coin Clan. I mean, I guess if you're not hunting for shinies, it's not as bad. Join the Satania cult. Satania is such a meme. Like, Rafi was my favorite character watching the show. But Satania is the one that, like, I've gotten the most enjoyment out of all of the stuff that people have made after the show. This black belt thought they could beat my Spinda, but little did they know I have Psybeam. Nice. Thank you, Lord Zombie. Wrecked, thank you for the sub. No spoilers? I didn't spoil anything, I don't hope. Assuming we're talking about Gabriel Dropout. So I just mentioned characters I like. Like, Satania is a great character with all the jokes people make after the show. Do I watch Walking Dead? I used to. I just kind of fell out of it. Like, in the middle of a season, I fell out of it. I think I watched to, like, the beginning of Season 5 or something, and it wasn't even, like, it got boring. Like, it was literally an episode where it was, like, supposed to be a cliffhanger, and I just didn't keep watching. It wasn't like it didn't gross me out or anything. I just didn't watch the next episode, and I never caught up. How's that Treecko faster than your Mudkip? Pure luck. Emulator? It is not an emulator, Jonathan. Right now I'm playing on a GameCube. I have a Game Boy player hooked up to the GameCube with the cartridge in it, and I'm sitting here with the GameCube controller playing. Well, it's dead. And that's one way to end the battle. Yeah, that always kind of stinks when, like, your rival just gets a Pokemon with such better IVs than you. You only watched the first season. First season of what? Treecko is the next Usain Bolt. And Treecko was popular before. I guess Usain Bolt's older. Yeah. Samaria and her shiny Latios, thank you for the sub. Oh, Walking Dead. Okay, only watched the first season, that's it. Alright. I really liked it, it's just... I don't know. I fell out of it. Like, who watched CSI? I didn't watch CSI. I've watched Bones and parts of NCIS. What's my least favorite Pokemon? That's a tough one. I don't really, like, dislike many Pokemon. The Ice-Tailed Beast, thank you for the sub. If I had to, like, choose one that I didn't really like, it'd probably honestly be something like Vanillite or Vanillish. Just, like, that one seems really weird to be a Pokemon to me. When you played Emerald Randomizer, you're kind of slacking with the ability Huge Power and got a TM Sword Dance, and literally swept the entire Elite Four with a slacking new kills. Nice, Bob Builder, nice. Do I like Undertale? I haven't played Undertale. XBOYZZ, thank you for the sub. I don't know if it'll pop up. Sometimes it pops up, it depends on your privacy settings in YouTube. Miss Magius was one of the biggest disappointments, though the design was so... See, like, people a lot of times think, like, oh, like, mention things like, you know, the design was great, but, you know, it was, like, a disappointing Pokemon competitively. And that's where I differ from a lot of that. It's like, I only really care about the designs. I'm a collector. I don't... Like, I want to get into all the competitive... Diamond Hunter 64, thank you for the sub. Like, I want to get into competitive, but I just need to learn competitive. And that's a lot. Compared to me just... I'd always just end up shiny hunting again. Do I watch Fairy Tail? I don't watch Fairy Tail right now, Devontae. I want... Like, most shows people are like, oh, have you watched? If I say no, I still say, like, but I want to watch it. I plan to. It's just... Long shows like that take a lot for me to get into. You wish Slakoff didn't have its ability. It's awful. It would be kind of brutal if it didn't have that ability. Like, that whole line would just wreck. And that's the reason for the ability, is to kind of level it out. Hello from Brazil. All right, Jonathan, welcome. Welcome to the stream. You watch Fairy Tail. Awesome, Diamond Hunter. Lifestyle Beast, thank you for the sub, and thank you for a good luck wish on Treecko. What will be my Pokemon team? I don't really know. I don't plan that kind of stuff out. I just kind of let what happens happen. And if I realize I'm, like, lacking in a certain type, I'll, like, find something. But I don't pre-plan my teams. Yeah, Marco, welcome back to the stream. Yeah, still no luck yet, unfortunately. I'd be popular if I still do streams. I mean, I'm still going to do streams, Andrea. Like, I'm not going to stop streams once I find the Treecko or anything. I'm going to keep going. It's just, I'm not going to, like, stream me playing through the game, because that lends itself more to, like, doing an actual playthrough. But shiny hunting's definitely a stream type thing. And I might stream some other games too at some point, maybe. What music do I listen to, or I don't listen to music much? For whatever, my music taste is kind of stuck in, like, the early 2000s, late 90s. Because I found like bands I liked and stuck with them and never really listened to the radio anymore. So like I just listened to things like Blink-182 and Foo Fighters on Pandora, and basically my music kind of branches out from those two stations, and a little bit of like electronic music. Jessica Bailey, welcome back. Try Torchic. Dennis, I'm gonna stick to Treecko because I know if I chose Torchic, it would instantly be shiny, and I'd feel like I had to keep it. Do I play any RPG games? I mean, Pokemon's an RPG. But for the most part, like, other games, I stick to things like first-person shooters and stuff. Like, in general, for me, like, just the single-track story-type games and, like, one main task are kind of what I stick with. Otherwise, I feel, like, overwhelmed that there's a way to make a bad choice but still keep going in the game. It's going to show up in the next encounters. I hope so, Ice Tail Beast. That would be awesome. Just try for Torchic. Right at the end of the stream, I will do one Torchic for anyone who wants it. Dennis Zaka, can you get a shout out? There you go, man. You hunted for that Beldum. Did you get it on it, gamers? Get Gamers. I'm sorry if I flubbed it. Treecko's the best starter. It is the best Hoenn starter in my opinion, Treecko, for sure. Favorite starter overall, though, is Rowlet, just because Rowlet's my favorite Pokemon overall. What's my favorite Pokemon game? My favorite Pokemon game is Pokemon Sun. It's just because I had the most hours in that. Second favorite would probably be Emerald. Oh, thank you. It's nice hearing that people like my streams. I'm definitely going to keep going, Andrea. Do I have a Nintendo Switch? I don't. I keep searching for them. I refuse to buy it at, like, the $150 markup people are selling them for, because the Switch is still a $300 console. It's just I'd be paying an extra $150 to have it, like, a month before Nintendo actually gets stock in. So, as soon as I find one for, like, 300 bucks, like, normal Nintendo price, Nintendo ruined the Wii U with Nintendo Switch. Thank you for the sub. The sub at the perfect time for the conversation. But yeah, I'm definitely going to pick up a Switch as soon as I can get my hands on one. Andrew Roach, thank you for the sub. Alright, see you later, Omnic Gamers. Or Omnic Games. Yeah, one Torchic. I will do one Torchic right at the end of the stream. Am I scared about getting a shiny Zigzagoon? I'm not, Dreadigu, because Emerald's RNG is broken, so that, like, encountering shinies isn't truly random. It's pretty random, but you can, like, force it to happen. And basically it's because whenever you soft reset the game, in most games, there's a hidden, like, number that's used for the RNG that, like, updates and changes every time you soft reset. But in Emerald, it's the same number every time, and when you pass that number through the RNG, it keeps generating the same number. So what ends up happening is if you have, like, a shiny frame at 15 seconds, you're always going to have a shiny frame at 15 seconds with that save. So if Zigzagoon pops up shiny, it just means I have to change, like, how I time my inputs to get a shiny Treecko. But it also means I have to... Cameron Cordova, thank you for the sub. But it also means I have to, It means I have to reset my save about every 50 encounters or so in the off chance I don't have a shiny frame. Do I play fan-made games? I haven't played many. There are a couple, like, kind of fan-made things I've played for certain series. And if you're talking about Pokemon, I haven't played any ROM hacks. I want to. I have Pokemon Uranium downloaded, which isn't a ROM hack, but it is, you know, a fan-made Pokemon game. I'm kind of played it a little bit, but the art style for me just kind of feels off with it. I played Moon yesterday in a Pokemon. It was shiny on 1 HP and used to... Oh no! That's awful. That's why I have, like, that's why I use Decidueye for shiny hunting, because most of the recoil moves are normal types, so they just can't hurt Decidueye, which means they can't hurt themselves. Do I know the YouTuber Pink Sheep? I don't, Diamond Hunter. Favorite Pokemon Evil Team? Team Skull, just because of how over the top they are. Ultra Sun equals Segaleo with the Necrozma virus. Yeah, I mean, that seems to be... That's, like, the only thing they've shown off so far. I feel like there's going to be a bit more to it. Probably a bit more focus on Ultra Beasts, as well as... I'm assuming Johto Pokemon are going to get some Alolan forms. Favorite Pokemon rival? Probably May. Play Pokemon Insurgents? I'll check it out, Ice You wish you could play games on your laptop but you can't get games? Oh no, why can't you? There are probably a bunch of games that can run on pretty low, like, lower end systems like laptops. I need some more water here, guys. My country? I live in the U.S. Do I? Yeah, I live on the eastern coast of the U.S. What's my favorite non-legendary Gen 3 Pokemon? Non-legendary Gen 3 Pokemon. Probably Milotic. You don't have a game computer to play on? I mean, there are a lot of games that'll run on non-gaming computers, but I get what you're saying. Like, a lot of games don't run really well. I used to play on a laptop, and, like, Minecraft wouldn't even run well. But that was back when Minecraft didn't run well on things that weren't, like, really expensive gaming computers. Yeah, should also play Moon Emerald. I'll check it out. Definitely check it out. When I'm done with all the streams, can I do a gameplay of Pokemon Red Shelter? I'll look into it. I'll have to look into a lot of these ROM hacks and stuff people are mentioning. And it's not like I'm only doing streams. It's just right now I only have time to do streams, so I'm not going to stop streams. But I might, like, when I'm back at school and I have a bit more time outside of, like, because right now I work a 9-to-5 job, so I don't have, like, time to do much else besides these streams if I want to, like, be able to hang out with friends and stuff. But once I get back to school, I'll have a bit more time, and I'll probably start doing, like, recorded videos then, or, like, possibly add another stream that's not Pokemon sometime during the week. But that's going to be, like, mid-August by the time that starts happening. So we'll see. Have I played Pokemon Sun and Moon? I have, Marco. I have like 830 hours in Pokemon Sun because that's where I've spent most of my time shiny hunting, and I have about 93 shinies in Sun right now. So I've played a little bit of Sun. You beat the champion that was going to Little Root Town and then found the trainer that said, "You just got your Pokemon, we're both beginners." Alright, nice for one. That's kind of funny, yeah, because they have fixed dialogue, so it's not like they change it. It's like, wow, you're new to Pokemon too, and you're walking around with, like, a team that can crush anything. Pokemon Destiny to take a Nidoking. Alright. He said that to the champion, yeah. Your least favorite Pokemon Squirrel? I mean, I get it. It's not my. It's definitely my least favorite of the 3 in the evolution line. It's all good, Blaze Clutch. Welcome back. They should make a VR Pokemon game. Oh, boy. Look, we finally got them to make a mainstream Pokemon game that plays on a TV easily. So, VR may be a very distant future thing. You have a level 80 Blaziken. Nice for a Corn Clan. You need a VR Pokemon game. It'd be pretty cool. Plot twist, though, they're going to release it for the Virtual Boy. Joseph Kopp, you're the champion? Well, I'm the champion as well, and there can only be one of us. Did I get the special Greninja for Pokemon Sun and Moon that could turn into Ash Greninja? I have it. It's still on my like Sun and Moon demo though, because I didn't realize the demo extended past the first trial. So I beat the trial. I was like, oh cool, and I stopped. And then by the time I like would have played it again, Sun and Moon had actually come out. So I just went to that. So I still have the Ash Greninja, and I can move it over if I wanted. I think still, but it just hasn't been something in my mind. What's my favorite shiny Pokemon form in Sun and Moon? Probably Minior if we're talking like new Gen 7 Pokemon. I really like the speckled rainbow colors in it. Alright, see you later, Icel Beast. Thanks for tuning into the stream. You had a weird glitch where you actually encountered Latias before the champion. Huh. Were you not able to? I thought it was just a roaming Pokemon after a certain point. Even though, no, I guess yeah, you do decide that after the game ends. Huh. Weird. Just got a shiny Feebas. Awesome, Thor. Nice. How to beat any Pokemon not Ghost? A level 1 Rattata with Focus Sash, Endeavor, and Quick Attack? Huh. The demo didn't have the first trial. The demo had a trial. Like, it wasn't the actual first trial. Like, yeah, that's... Like, that's what I meant. It's not like, oh yeah, you have... It's not like you had the actual first trial. But it had a trial in it, is what I was, like, kind of saying there. You know, they had the fake one at 10 Carat Hill. I didn't realize the, like, trial demo extended past that. Like, I beat the trial, I was like, congratulations! And I just stopped playing. Like, I saw the credits, I was like, okay, and just exit out of the game.
this Lotad's taking forever. I mean, yeah, it's like not even shiny Pokemon. It's just I want this Pokemon, and you never find it. It seems like that's what Bob Builder was just talking about Furcorn Clan. I believe you. Like, some of the weird mechanics in the game, you know, pretty much anything's possible if you put the weirdest combination of items and Pokemon together. Is it? I believe it. If basically it keeps preventing itself from getting one-hit KO'd or something. There's a video. I'll have to look that up. I want to see like how it actually works. Alright, we're getting pretty close to 3,300 here, guys. We've got about 15 minutes left, or a little less than 15 minutes left, so we'll be able to get through a couple. We'll be able to get through a couple after I reset the save. And then do that one last torch hit. They traded the Rayquaza from the Delta episode where, man. What do I prefer, tacos or pizza? Probably pizza. Especially if it's a really good pizza. Just use a Game Shark or something to get it? Yeah, but that's not as fun. Like, it's better. I feel like I'm gonna feel so much better when I catch it, like, legitimately. Like, that's just gonna be so cool. And that's part of the challenge is what makes it fun for me. Nice, Bob Builder. That's awesome. Now you gotta catch all the other unknowns. You lied about being right back. How could you? How could you, Indy Knight? Alright, guys. $32.99, and then we will see. Queen of the Castle guessed it, so maybe he will have guessed right. Alright, one more before I reset the save, so here we go. Number 3,300. Alright, welcome back, Ratty Tatty. Alright, last encounter before I have to reset the save again. Alright, so I'm going to reset the save one last time for that. Thank you, Ratty Tatty. Ooh, mini boss. Nice. I heard it was almost impossible to get a Gyarados there. Alright, so this should be the last time we do this save reset for the night. And while I'm thinking about it, one last time, again, there's a Discord link in the description for anyone who wants to join a Discord server I've set up for people to chat outside of the stream. Generally what I've been doing is I like, if anyone wants to talk, I'll talk with them, and I'll like post when I find like a shiny in Sun or Moon. I can't stream it right now, but I'll still take pictures and post them there. And if either of the mods are there right now, I want to post the Discord link in the chat, that'd be awesome. Just 10 more minutes. Yep, Andrea, we've got 10 more minutes left for the night. Should be able to get through probably about 15 encounters or so, depending on how quickly we get through this. Alright, there you go. So for anyone who's interested, Indianite just posted a link to the Discord in the chat. It's open to anyone who's here, anyone who just wants to talk Pokemon, or really anything. The Jigglypuff in the first anime season is shiny. I did not know that, Bob Builder. Oh, I guess we're talking about scary Pokemon soundtracks. I can't think of any of the like spookier ones right now. What's my favorite shiny? So my favorite shiny is shiny Milotic. Like, I like the design of Milotic in the first place. It's one of my favorites in Gen 3 in all of Pokemon. But when they made the shiny with the blue and gold instead of the red and blue, it looks so nice. I love it so much. And even though I caught it in Gen 7 where it's not as like difficult, it was still kind of like, haha, I finally actually have a shiny Milotic. Just because, yeah, it was so hard to find them in Gen 3. So even though it's not as hard now, that kind of like mindset still kind of carries over. Alright, that works, XBOYZZ. Like, that's how I played Fire Red a while ago, was I downloaded a GBA for iOS on my old iPhone and played that way. So while it's unfortunate you can't like trade them up to like legitimate games, it's kind of nice to be able to play it and it's more accessible. Do I ship any of the protagonists of the game? I don't really. I mean, there's not much to ship in terms of generally like 2 or 3 characters. If I had to say though, Sun and Lily, like Red and Brock, there you go. The perfect ship. Shipping is done. Sometimes it can be entertaining. Sometimes it takes away most of the time when I ship things, it's in like stories that are already a story about a relationship. So like something like Nisekoi, I'll ship 2 characters, but it's also kind of like the show is teasing them being together the whole time anyways. What's my favorite shiny legendary? Or my favorite legendary, just in general? My favorite legendary is Rayquaza, and my favorite shiny legendary is probably also Rayquaza. Who ships kids? Yeah, I mean, it can be kind of weird. It just depends. I don't see any harm in it most of the time. Well, they're 10, so yeah, see, like, shipping Pokemon, like, characters is kind of different. If like, the anime shows, like, romantic interest, then sure, but, like, just shipping them straight from the game, it's kind of weird, I guess. You ship White XN. Alright. As long as they're both kids, it could be worse than that, true. You had a shiny Milotic and Oras, but forgot they had it. Oh no! You restarted the game over it. That sucks. I got concerned because I don't have Pokebank, so all of my shinies are still on my Sun cartridge. And I had it in my pocket while I was at a restaurant, and it dropped, like, out of my pocket onto the floor, and the cartridge popped out. And when I put it back in, my 3DS didn't recognize the cartridge for probably, like, 30 seconds. And in those 30 seconds, like, I was devastated, because I had, like, at that point, close to 800 hours. And it almost was all just gone. I was like, oh, crap. Way too, welcome to the stream. You managed to catch unfortunately, the last 3-4 minutes here. Winding down. I've been going for about 3 hours now, but still welcome to the stream. Glad you're able to tune in. You believe in me. Thank you, Druddy Goo. If we don't get it tonight, though, I will be streaming again on Thursday, hunting for it. So it's not the end of the world if we don't get it, and it's not like we've gotten to a point where it's, you know, the odds have been horrible for us or anything. If we catch it anytime soon, we still beat the odds. Oh, what's my favorite pseudo-legendary? Okay. I don't know, what exactly counts as like a pseudo-legendary, though? Oh, man. I mean, are the Tapus counted as like true legendaries? If not, I'd probably say like Tapu Bulu. Or something like Aerodactyl. I think that one's... Jonathan Marcisco, thank you for the sub. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. You subbed and liked. Thank you, Way2. Basically, Pokemon's legendary levels. Okay, again, I don't... Pokemon scrub here. Pokemon stat-wise, it's kind of like, eh. Anyone do the multiplication glitch with their shiny Pokemon trading cards? I don't do that. I tend to keep all of my shinies. I feel like, aside from the few times that I've like been breeding to get 3 of the starters so I can have a living dex. Way2, thank you for the sub. Aside from the times I've like bred to get living dex, I end up with like 4 because 2 eggs in the same batch were shiny. Like, I feel like my friends would know something's up if Ian's giving away his shinies. Tapu Bulu would be your most favorite Tapu. Tapu Bulu is pretty awesome. I think Tapu Koko kind of has a little bit of hype for me right now just because I have it shiny. Dragonite is a pseudo-legendary. Okay, so Dragonite's a pseudo-legendary. I mean, I guess Dragonite in a way, I don't know, Dragonite's design's kind of a little weird for me. After, like, how cool Dratini and Dragonair look to me, Dragonite just kind of seems a little derpy almost. Like, too much like they wanted to make a character, they wanted to put Barney in a Pokemon game. Tapu Koko is best Tapu. Story-wise, definitely. The one Tapu that I actually kind of have a vendetta against is Tapu Fini, though, because kept using Aqua Ring and just healing itself so I couldn't catch it. Metagross is... Oh, if Metagross is, then definitely Metagross. Yep, Metagross then, definitely. Yeah, Pokemon Scrub, apologize for being a complete noob. Your favorite's Garchomp. Cool, Aiden. Cool. Alright guys, so we have 2 more. It's 10 o'clock. I'm going to do 2 more Treeckos, and then some people were asking, so I'm going to do 1 Torch It. And that'll be the end of the stream for the night, but so far this was a great stream. I'm glad everyone was able to tune in who did. And again, thank you to everyone who liked and subscribed this time. Like, it means a lot to me. It just makes all this so much more enjoyable. Like, I enjoy it anyways, and just being able to like stream it to other people and talk to people who also enjoy it is really fun. You actually got a shiny Charmander and 30 soft resets in fire. Nice, Furry Ferret. I'm actually going to be going after a shiny Charmander as soon as I get the shiny Treecko. Hopefully I have the same kind of luck as you do. What's up, Scaff? Managed to catch up just at the end of the stream. Unfortunately, I am about to wrap up for the night. It's all good if you're late, though. I'm glad you were able to tune in. Alright. So, unfortunately, we weren't able to get a shiny Treecko tonight. However, I am doing one last encounter for a shiny Torchic, hopefully, like some people were asking, and we will see. Hey, you were able to see the shiny Torchic, Scaff. I mean, obviously it's going to be shiny because I'm not choosing Treecko. But of course, it's going to be shiny, like, I know it. I'm just going to sit here and watch, like, it's going to pop up shiny. Alright. Well, it wasn't shiny, unfortunately, but I will be back on again. Roleplayer Kid 1, thank you for the sub. Sneaking in at the last minute there. But yeah, so I will be back on Thursday streaming again at the same time. Still going for shiny Treecko, not Torchic though. But so unfortunately we didn't get it, but I'm going to keep going. Hopefully I can get it next stream or soon. If I don't though, it's okay. I'm prepared to go on for a long time. But if we get to about 5,000, I might start taking a break. But yeah, so, yeah, guys, thanks to everyone who tuned in, everyone who's been talking in chat and stuff. Welcome back, Retro Kraken. Unfortunately, I'm wrapping up right now. But, you'll be back, you'll be here on time on Thursday. Alright, Scaff, alright. I hope to see as many of you guys on Thursday as I can. And, again, thanks to everyone who tuned in. I'll see you next time.